shows coming up all over the country. Laugh Boston, that'll be October 10th and 11th, and New York City at the Comedy Festival. You go to EricaRhodesComedy.com. She's a very funny stand-up comedian. And most of you people probably know that. All right, Erica, stuff to get into.
Yes.
You're a woman. I noticed that.
How could you tell?
You're so dainty. And I'm starting to think, so I've had theories, and I think women are going nuts.
Yeah.
And they're really getting like crazy, and they're fighting, and like, and it's easy. And so they're fighting in airports, they're fighting out front of ICE facilities. They're going nuts. Like,
yeah.
RFK Jr., we did his benefit.
Yes.
He comes out with a presser and goes, hey, don't take so much Tylenol. And then Trump says, don't take Tylenol. And then pregnant women film themselves gobbling up bottles of Tylenol because they're fucking nuts. They went nuts. We let women go nuts.
Yeah.
We did it. We let them.
The men did it?
Yes. We let them go insane, and insane they went.
Yes.
And now they're going nuts. And I was like, I was watching SportsCenter last night, and I was watching WNBA versus NBA. Mm-hmm. And the NBA guys, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, like there's been trash talkers.
Yeah.
And the game gets physical. Rarely is there a punch thrown. They don't throw punches because they realize who they are. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like Karl Malone, 6'9", 255, and built like a brick shithouse. If he punches somebody, he could really, he'll fracture their orbital socket and be like sued and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So, but the women don't regulate as well. And I'm just watching this on SportsCenter, and they're just screaming at each other like the entire game. They're like up in each other's faces, like, and they're so like unhinged. And then the coach comes out and does a presser, and she's like cussing and screaming and throwing. Now, here's what I'm saying.
Yeah, what's it from?
Men grow up regulating themselves because they grow up with rough and tumble play. Mm-hmm. They fight. Right. They wrestle. Mm-hmm. They roughhouse.
Yeah.
But when you roughhouse, you don't ball up your fist and just start punching a person. You get them, you try to get them in a headlock and pin them down and stuff, but you sort of regulate.
Right.
Women don't do the rough and tumble play, so they don't really know where to begin and end.
So they just start screaming?
Well, it's like men realize, like a coach Pat Riley would go out there and have problems with the officiating, but he wouldn't just start yelling about shit because he'd get suspended, and he knows it. Mm-hmm. Well, we'll listen to her.
Okay.
By the way, she's doing a presser and just dropping F-bombs, which is another thing. I mean, she ended up getting suspended is what I'm saying, because
really?
she didn't think that going up there and just yelling a bunch of shit. You know what I mean? It's like the women more so than men, like their films of them, like in New York City after the attack, Hamas attack, whatever, and people were putting up pictures of hostages that were missing, you know? And then they walk up and they're tearing them down, and the people are filming them, and they're like, I don't care, film all you want. They're like, and then later on, it turns out she works at the library and she gets fired.
Oh my
She didn't care, but she should care.
Right. So you think they're just unhinged?
There's a regulatory thing that's going on.
Yeah.
And we let it loose. They're not regulating
But
themselves.
men develop later too, right?
Yes. So that's what they say.
Yeah. So maybe women go crazy later and men go crazy earlier, because young men are still dysregulated, especially if they,
but
spend all their time online.
I would argue, yes, women, as men get older, they get saner and calmer, and women get crazier.
Yes.
That's my
older women go crazy.
Yes.
And also they're dealing with hormone changes,
Yes.
like this woman's probably going through menopause.
I'm sure she is. All right. Well, let's just play her.
Cut them some slack.
Play her clip.
I want to call for a change of leadership at the league level when it comes to officiating. It's bad for the game. The officiating crew that we had tonight, for the leadership to deem those three people semifinals playoff worthy is malpractice.
She dropped.
Wait, just because she said the F word?
No, she dropped 3 in a short period of time. And also, no NBA coach would go out there and attack the crew. They would say they disagree and they whatever, but they wouldn't go after the league and the officiating crew because that will get you suspended.
Right.
And now she's suspended.
Malpractice, yeah.
Yeah. So and I was watching on sports. She dropped 3 F-bombs and then she ran out. She ran out onto the court and needed to be restrained, I should say.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. It's awesome. She comes running out. Her teammate has to try to pull her off the thing. Yeah.
Oh, my God. She's very aggressive.
Yeah, you would never do that, Erica.
No, I'm too timid.
You're too dainty.
Yeah, I'm too ladylike.
You're ladylike.
Yes.
Now, this is an interesting thing that I brought up with Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
All right, you can stop that. But there's also the play, Andrew, where the women are just jawing at each other, just like crazy, like in each other's face. I have a theory, which is they used to say all throughout history, like, that's not very ladylike. That's not very ladylike, young lady. You're a young lady. It's not very lady. And they'd get them back.
Yeah.
Maybe they knew something. Maybe they knew
that they were going to be.
The bitches were crazy 300 years ago, and they invented these things. Like, act like a young lady. That's not very ladylike. Because it's on now, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's on.
I do think it might be an age thing, because if you see the women going crazy, they're usually in their 50s, I think.
I don't know. But see, when I see women who were told they couldn't make their Frontier airline flight start pulling computers off at the airport and throwing them.
Yeah.
And the chicks at the Taco Bell, when they're told they're out of hot sauce, start tearing the place apart. Those chicks are 19.
Yeah, that's true.
I think everyone's gone
I had
nuts
a run-in
now.
with a barista at the Starbucks at an airport recently.
Really?
Where I just asked, like, is my drink coming? And she got really mad at me. She kind of like glared at me like, yes, it's here, really aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get on my plane and I'm drinking my coffee and I start feeling like a drip in my pants.
Uh-huh.
There was a hole in the bottom of my coffee cup.
Really?
And it was like a torrential downpour of my coffee. And I was like, did she do that on purpose?
So this is an interesting thing. So you're at the airport.
Yeah.
Which one?
I think it was Atlanta. Yeah, Atlanta, which is a really bad
I don't want to
airport.
take a turn for the racial here, but is she a woman of color?
That woman, I don't think so. She might have been mixed race, but I don't think she was.
There's an airport situation. Let's see if we can sort this out.
Yeah.
You are attractive, blonde, and white.
Yeah.
So according to the steady diet that we've been feeding every young person,
I'm a
you're
Karen.
kind of the enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you had a lot of privilege.
Yes.
Lots of privilege.
Yes.
And there is a phenomenon which I experienced in experiencing, which is you take these young women, especially women of color, you feed them a steady diet on it's the male, it's the patriarchy, it's the heterosexual. I also have a target because I'm 6 foot tall, or 6'2", male,
white,
easily identified as a strong heterosexual, and I have money. So
Yeah.
I'm part of the problem as well.
Right.
So now you have these young women of color who are fed this steady diet by all the fucking politicians about how we're the problem. And then you go to the airport and guess who's working the security line? They are.
Yeah.
And now it's payback time because they're in charge.
Yeah.
And there's a theme of that I see a lot that you don't see like LAX has in Atlanta, like Detroit, like places like that. And so when you come to the Starbucks, and especially like, let's just say you're some dumpy fat chick and also you have to work, like you're nobody's trophy wife. You fucking dad left when you were 3.5. You never fucking saw the guy again.
Yeah.
You got a lot of weird rage percolating inside of you. And then somebody, a dainty little angel, a bit of all right, a cello playing, blonde haired
Ladylike.
little pixie comes up and says, "Excuse me, may I have more porridge?" And then they fucking,
And she goes
then they get triggered.
crazy.
They get triggered.
Yes.
Right. Yeah,
It's true. It felt like that. It felt like she was so angry, and I just asked,
Right.
"Is my drink? Is it coming?"
Right. So where's the anger from? It's from
Yeah.
a million years ago where their dad left them or they got molested or they got abused or whatever it is. And then they
Yeah.
started eating their feelings and now they're 100 pounds overweight. And then we take all these bitches and we put them right at the front.
At the airport.
We put them at the airport and they become, I had a Starbucks, I had a woman of color, Starbucks, yell. I was coming back from, I can't remember where it was. And I had a Starbucks that I bought on the way to the airport.
Yeah.
And it was $8 worth of Starbucks. And I come from poor stock, and the one thing I can't do is like toss a smoothie or a Starbucks or something like that.
Yeah.
That's $11 worth of liquid.
Yeah.
By the way, I would have to mow 4 lawns to get enough money to pay for one fucking Starbucks now when I was a kid. And it's like
Right.
So I'm walking through the airport and the chick who checks the ID is at the front. She's way out there, and then there's a long line, and then you get to the metal detector and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm holding my Starbucks. And they put a bunch of trash cans right before you get to the metal detector to toss your liquids. And we're 100 feet away. And this is like a middle-aged black woman. and I'm drinking my Starbucks. I show her my ID, whatever. And she goes, "You want to throw that away right here?" And I go, no, I still got half left. And she goes, "You throw it away here." And I go, "No, I'm just going to sip on it in line, and then I'll throw it away in the front." She goes, "Or you can throw it away here." And I go, "I'm just going to hang on to it till I get in the front." And she goes, "Well, then get." She yelled "get" like an old-time sharecropper. Like I heard a shotgun pump in my head. "Well, then get," she yelled at me.
Oh, my God.
Now, okay, what's going on here? Rich guy, tall guy, white guy, the oppressor, everybody. Look, if you're going to be Hitlerian or you're going to be the oppressor,
Right.
then expect what comes your way.
Yeah.
Could be a bullet, could be then get. It could be whatever they got for you if in fact you are the oppressor. Now, as it turns out, I'm just a person who probably grew up poorer than her, who pays a shitload in taxes and just wants to get along.
Right.
That's who I am.
Yeah.
Not rich daddy.
Yeah.
But no.
He's projecting issues onto you.
Well, we're doing a nice job in society of trying to divide everyone into victim and oppressor. And I've been screaming it's a bad idea. Stop doing it. Stop convincing everyone I'm the problem. Also, no Carolla ever owned a slave. They were never might come from hippie stock who would have marched with them. I come from the opposite of what they think I come from.
Yeah. Well, they don't know. Yeah. Now it's like they can profile you, but you can't profile them. So there's like a real double standard happening.
I agree. All right, Andrew, you don't know what I'm asking you. I'm asking for the third time the jawing on the court, the crazy jawing on the court. That's what I kept
I've been
saying.
looking for it.
It doesn't exist. It's the front of Sports Center, which is weird. I don't know why. One chick makes a 3 and the other starts screaming. Or maybe they scrub it. I don't
They took it
I don't
offline.
They probably are scrubbing it because there's a huge problem in the WNBA with dirty play, specifically with Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, but this isn't dirty play. This is just screaming. I'm not talking about a physical thing. I'm talking about screaming at each other. That's what I'm trying. I keep trying to put that not there.
Can't find.
Well, it's the front. Like I said, it was on SportsCenter, but maybe they do. Maybe they just go. I mean, chicks just, they're in each other's faces just screaming.
Yeah.
And it's weird. But it's not very ladylike.
No, but it's also not a ladylike sport. I mean, it's basketball.
That's not very ladylike.
Right?
I guess. What's a ladylike sport?
Tennis.
Tennis?
Tennis or volleyball, maybe? Although
Volleyball?
that's kind of aggressive sometimes, volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
They can slam the ball really.
Maybe it was the night before,
Aggressively.
Andrew. Sorry, I could have been watching a day late. Could have been the night before SportsCenter. But anyway, women are going nuts.
Yeah.
And we
Did you ever watch the Dallas cheerleader documentary?
Mm-hmm.
Those are kind of crazy ladies, the ones who run it.
Oh, yeah.
They're really, really intense.
But they're old school crazy.
Yeah, they're old school. They don't scream at each other. They're actually ladylike, but they're running a cheerleaders are ladylike.
So here's my theory. My theory is we have a society that is built on a certain amount, being able to absorb a certain amount of negativity.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, I always would say to Drew, I don't know what percent of society are criminals. It's less than 1%, but the day it goes to 6%, there's nothing we can do. It's just wild in the streets.
Right.
We're not going to be able to protect ourselves if it gets to 5% of people are killers or criminals or whatever,
Yeah.
And I would describe our society as like the ocean, and the ocean can take raw sewage. It can take us dumping raw sewage into it. Millions of gallons of raw sewage, but at a certain point, fish will start floating up. Like it can't absorb an infinite amount of raw sewage.
Yeah.
Right? So our society was like good. It worked in the sense that half men, half women.
Mm-hmm.
And the men were the violent ones. They were putting their hands on people. They were fighting. They were doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
All the stuff we didn't want sort of came by the men.
Mm-hmm.
Almost a zero on the woman's side of the aisle, like when I was growing up.
Yeah.
I made it till age 40. Never saw women physically fight. You know, I never experienced what you experience now. You see on the internet at the airport, they're screaming, they're tearing places up, like they're going nuts. Didn't exist. So now the men are still doing the shooting and the punching and the screaming, and they're doing all that. Now we have a percentage of women who are doing what the men were doing when I was growing up, and we, as a society, we're having trouble absorbing it because we didn't count on a large demographic of women participating in craziness.
Right, but the women are just screaming, whereas the men are still pretty much the violent ones.
Well,
right?
no,
Percentage-wise.
women are fighting and throwing punches and tearing up
But
kiosks.
they're not shooting anybody. They're not shooting.
No,
anybody.
they're not. They've not. They're getting
Closer to
the
that.
trans ones are, but I don't know if they
yeah.
were men or women. I can never figure out what they were. Who do we pin that one on? The trannies are shooting, but I think the shooting will come next. We're getting because they're behind the men. Mm-hmm. They'll evolve.
My theory is that everything that's happening online, like when it shifts into reality, that's when it gets really dangerous. You know, like when you think you can cancel someone online and then you bring it into reality, it's a different situation, right? Like,
yeah. Well, I totally agree.
Obviously.
Well, there's also a thing which is lack of religion, so people don't have meaning anymore.
Yeah.
And then there's like a poll. I guess we should have saw this one coming, but like it's, these are older polls, but they asked people, and probably a higher percentage of women, like, who would you save, a drowning stranger or your dog if it was drowning? And they all go, my dog. And it's like, well, then you can put a bullet in someone a lot easier than I could.
that's true.
I mean, if you think about that.
Right.
All right. So, I want to throw another female theory out. I'm looking at all.
I feel like I have to defend my gender.
Defend your gender. So I'm seeing all these women online going nuts, and they're all down at the ICE facility screaming and yelling at they're yelling at the ICE officials and blah, blah, officers and everything else. And they're all kind of going, and they got tattoos and, earrings, and, they got nasal piercings and stuff. Like, people are going nuts. And then I went back and I saw a video, and I liked it, Andrew. I just didn't tell you about it. It's a day or so old, but it was like 1968, and it was like women. A young lady does this, and then a young lady does that, and it was like our 60s, 50s version of like a woman. And then at some point, she marries a man, and she cooks and keeps him happy, and she raises children. She may choose to work part-time, and I thought, yeah, that's what it was. And then I had this thought. My mom was kind of, I would call embarrassing that way, like not a traditional house, not this.
Yeah.
So I'll play you 30 seconds of this, but it's from 67, and it's about gender roles. But here's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is my mom was a fucking mess, and now she would fit right in.
Right.
Back then, she stood out as in, what the fuck's wrong with your mom?
Right.
Now she'd be cool.
Yeah.
And then I wouldn't get so much shit. So it's a kind of a timing thing. It's kind of like being bald. Is it good? Is it bad? Well, if you're fucking bald in 1965, you're a weirdo, and now you're Michael Jordan.
Right.
So is it good or is it bad? We'll play it. Turn it up.
Here she is. She is single and fun-loving.
She's dancing. Pretty ladylike. Very ladylike.
She seems a little unhinged.
She's on the spectrum.
Yeah.
She's engaged.
Wow, big hands. Those are really big hands.
She is newly married.
Seems nuts.
And not so newly married.
Now she's really old.
Yeah, they jumped
She went
ahead.
from like 20 to like 80.
They were going sequentially, and then they skipped 60 years.
She has no children.
Oh, she's a spinster.
Well, wait a minute.
This is like me.
She has one shot.
Oh. Child just appeared out of nowhere. Really talking to him.
She has many children.
Where did they come from?
Her vagine.
Oh my God. She just had 6 children?
Yeah. All right.
She even has grandchildren.
What? How is she 20 and 80?
She's
She
cooking.
may be exclusively a homemaker.
Exclusively?
Homemaker. I love that title.
And she knows
Or
how to
she
type.
may hold a part-time job.
Part-time. All right, you could pause it. The point is when everyone was normal, my mom was abnormal, and then I got a bunch of shit for it.
Yeah.
And now your mom can be a freak show. I mean, your mom can be a tatted up lesbian, and you wouldn't get any shit, you know?
My grandma was an aeronautical engineer.
Really?
Yeah, during
Wow.
World War II, she was very smart. So I don't think she was a homemaker type.
Was she ladylike?
A little bit. She was a little
Where'd she work?
eccentric. She was eccentric. I'm not sure. She was somewhere in New Jersey, I think.
But she must have worked for Northrop or Grumman or some place like that, like a manufacturer, someone who
Yeah,
like
I think
manufactured
so.
aircraft.
Yeah, and there weren't that many women doing that. It was
No.
World War. It was during the war. So
Yeah.
So they needed some smart women. But
My mom was early money on not shaving the pits.
oh, really? She was a hippie lady?
Yeah.
Wow.
And my buddy Ray came over one day, and my mom's just wearing some sleeveless thing with her armpit hair, and my brother's like, "What's wrong with your mom?" And I'm like, "I don't know.
Do you think your mom
She's
was
got all fucking hairy pits hanging out." I'm like, "Yeah, Okay. Now it'd be cool.
Yeah, now she'd be
Now
progressive.
She's on the vanguard, Ray, don't you know?
Were you embarrassed?
And by the way, Ray couldn't ask that question now because he'd get into trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
Did he think it was hot?
Well, it was hot outside, and so the hair was sticking and matted.
Ew.
No, he fucking was making fun of me, and I was embarrassed because I didn't know what to say. Like, yeah, she's obviously not the lady from the commercial.
Right. Did she wear dresses or pants, or what did she dress like?
She wasn't ladylike.
She was like a trucker lady?
She just kind of threw in the towel.
Oh, okay.
Aesthetically,
She
like
just let
probably
herself
at some
go.
point. Yeah, we just
Okay.
went, screw it. Like, what are we doing here?
Right.
Like, what do I have to prove? Screw Ray.
What did your dad think of that?
He just left. So that's what he thought.
I guess that's what happens.
That's what happened.
Stop shaving.
Not very ladylike. She is.
Yeah, I would describe her as ladylike.
Mm-hmm.
She's very pristine, like everything's very put together.
I like those people on one hand. On the other hand, I think, what are you hiding?
Right.
What are you hiding there?
Yeah. That's what I wonder.
Your family's accomplished, right?
Yeah, my mom's a violinist.
Right.
And my dad passed away, but he was a CPA at Ernst & Young.
Right.
So
You have, like, I mean, no wonder the Starbucks bitch hates you. You deserve it. I don't. I come from hippie flop stock poor person shit. I don't deserve this shit.
That's true. And they can't tell, though, by looking at you.
I know, because I look so put together.
Yeah. They don't know how hard you had to work to get where you are.
That's right. Well, because they've been fed a steady diet that I didn't because of the patriarchy and I'm white and whatever. It's who you know and daddy's money and all that shit they invented, which just serves to make them angrier.
Yeah.
And by the way, you're holding them back because they're angry and they have trouble with like authority and they tell their boss to fuck off a lot and then they get fired and then they don't get to where they want to go.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're just perpetual victims, basically.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we don't have all that crazy jawing. I will film it off my TV set because it's in my queue, and I'll bring it in tomorrow if someone reminds me. Let's see. So here's a question, a hypothetical for everybody. The women and the men are going batshit crazy with all this ICE stuff, and they're out front of the detention center in Portland and they're screaming, you know, and they're like, and also they're screaming like, shoot them, shoot ICE guys, you know, like, well, we'll play a little. And then ICE is tackling them and they're standing in front of them and screaming.
Oh my God. I haven't even
Gestapo
been paying attention to this.
Oh, I'll show you 20 seconds of it. I love it when they tackle someone and the person bellows. That's my favorite part. They're grabbing people and
is this in Portland?
Dragging them back. I think it's in Portland. So let me ask a hypothetical. You can pause.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much, if you're an ICE official now, you just have crazy people yell, die, call you Hitler. Oh, Andrew can find it, but they were chanting, shoot ICE. The day after somebody shot up an ICE facility, there was like a shoot ICE chants going on. But here's what I want to say to all the people, and it's the same people who claimed the Capitol Police from January 6th were permanently traumatized because they had to push against those dudes carrying the American flag and scuffle with them, and talked about the deep psychological damage and then blamed any suicide from one of them on that event. Do you have any compassion for these people, or do you have any thoughts? Because this, by the way, this is ongoing. The Capitol Police trauma was for 3 hours, one day, and that wasn't all of them. Half of them were giving them escorts through the Capitol, so that was fine. This is all day, every day, being doxxed, having politicians call you Gestapo. Would there be any long-term psychological damage, folks on the left who are arguing that with the Capitol Police, or are we on to something else here? Or did you ever believe it in the first place? All right, here it is. Sorry.
Shoot the fucker! Shoot the fucker! What the heck? So crazy.
Shoot ice sounds like a malt beverage, you know, that like it's like made for like black people.
After a long day, I like a shoot ice.
Shoot
I
ice.
need a shoot of
Yeah,
ice.
right. Ice Cube, spokesperson.
I used to drink Colt 45.
Right.
But now
It starts
I
with
shoot ice.
It starts with that good commercial motif where Ice Cube's on stage and he goes, "Thank you, Atlanta," and they show him walk off, and someone puts a towel on him and hands him.
You've tried shoot, but have you tried shoot ice?
Shoot ice. Have you ever seen a commercial? There was a Colt 45 commercial with Billy D. Williams, who was Hammer, and he had a desk drawer in his office above the club that was made for drinking. You ever see that commercial?
No.
He had a custom drinking desk made, like a drawer. Hammer, there was Hammer, who was a professional football player, and then there was Billy D. But anyways, Colt 45. All right, so here's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you are part of the January 6th committee and you're all those politicians and your claim is that the Capitol Police suffered irreparable long-term damage, psychological damage from this one-time afternoon event where they had to scuffle with fellow citizens, then why no sympathy for the other law enforcement, ICE people that are having this as an ongoing daily battle? And then why are you calling them Gestapo and wanting them to unmask so they can be doxxed and put their family? Isn't that an inconsistent thought is what I'm
Yes.
saying? So there's two separate entities.
Yeah.
There's the Capitol Police.
Uh-huh.
They're on our side.
Yeah.
Then there's ICE. There's Immigration Customs Enforcement.
Yeah.
They're on our side as well. They're both American entities that protect us.
Right.
One of them you have great sympathy for and worry much about their psychological, their where they would land psychologically and the deep emotional scars that would happen if one afternoon other Americans battled with them.
Right.
But the other entity, ICE, they battle on a daily basis with fellow Americans, and you call them Nazis and want them to have their masks taken off.
Oh, my God.
And so do you have sympathy for folks who work in law enforcement for this country? And the answer is no.
No.
You conveniently use one side to try to make a retarded point and then have no thoughts about the other side, the men and women who work for ICE, who you're literally putting in danger because you're telling them to demask themselves. So that's a completely inconsistent thought. And it's, by the way, it's all the same people that were 100% on Capitol Police and what the deep ramifications psychologically of what happened on January 6th, who are constantly throwing the ICE officers under the bus.
Right.
So if you talk to Gavin Newsom would say those men, those brave men and women trying to protect are deeply scarred and psychological, having to do battle with fellow Americans, all that. And then if you ask about ICE, he'd say Gestapo, demask them.
Well, is it a difference between the federal government and then the local government? Is that what, like, they're upset with just the federal government? Because does the ICE work for the larger scale government versus like localized?
Well, as far as what Gavin Newsom thinks or who's upset?
Yeah, well,
no, they're upset when they're trying to make a case.
Yeah.
Like January 6th, then they're upset.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to make another case, and then they're not upset because the
Right.
case is the other direction.
Right.
So on January 6th, it's all the Capitol Police are heroes, and it's the Trump supporters that are the enemy.
Right.
And now all the migrants are the heroes, and the ICE officials are the enemy.
Right.
And Trump sent them.
Yeah.
So they're going to do the opposite argument.
Yeah. So it's whatever serves their needs, basically.
Well, let's put it to you
Or
this
their
way.
agenda.
I'm going to ask you, Dawson, if you had a son in law enforcement, if your son's in law enforcement, you hope they never fire their gun, and you hope they never are attacked or doxxed or whatever. You hope they make it all the way through their career like Jimmy's Uncle Frank. New York cop, never arrested anyone, never did anything, just walked around. Okay. So this is your son. Would you rather your son have a bad afternoon on the Capitol, meaning 3 or 4 hours of pushing and shoving, somebody calling him stuff? By the way, if he's part of the Capitol Police, he may have gotten lucky and been the ones that were given the tours on the rotunda, Dawson. He may not be in the fray, but that day, that afternoon, pushing and scuffling with other clearly unarmed Americans with Trump hats and American flags, or ICE work in L.A. or Portland or Chicago on a daily being spat upon, attacked by Antifa, and they're shooting into the facility. So in terms of your son, which would you prefer?
I would certainly worry less if they were Capitol Police.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, you would. Yes.
And after a long day of keeping protesters out of the Capitol, we go home and crack an ice cold shoot ice.
Shoot ice. Gotta help yourself to shoot ice. And remember, you gotta enjoy it responsibly. I like when they say that.
You got to enjoy it responsibly, yeah. You can hate it irresponsibly all you want. This shit sucks. I'm going to drink like 50 of them. But if you're enjoying it responsibly.
It's a big day around here.
It is?
Yeah.
What is it?
I installed over the weekend my urinal sink.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
Like $1 million.
Wow.
It's a sink on top, urinal on the bottom. It's kind of the mullet of bathroom fixtures,
Do most people have one of those?
Nobody has one.
No, but I was like, that sounds like privilege.
Yeah, that's my white privilege.
That's definitely privilege talking.
Yeah, it got delivered months ago. It sat in the back of the warehouse, and over the weekend I finally said, let's install this bad boy.
Does it help your lifestyle? Do you feel?
I've not broken it in yet.
Oh, okay.
We're having a ribbon cutting ceremony. The ribbon is that wisp of paper that they put around the toilet in the toilet seat at bad hotels, and we're gonna cut
on
that.
A plane.
Yeah, we'll do a photo op. You can be in on it.
I can't wait.
Yeah. So it's a little unorthodox. The thing, it was kind of weird installation. Plumbing is tough.
Yeah, and you did it yourself?
No, I had my guys over here, and I sort of did it with them. I'm sort of what they call the maestro.
Oh, wow.
Maybe the jefe.
Sounds all like white privilege.
I had to figure it out. We all did it together. Got it mounted up. It's a weird sort of. Certain things are a little more straightforward than others. This was not straightforward, but we got it figured out.
Putting together an IKEA bed.
I will just tell you that IKEA, there's IKEA, and IKEA's like, here's what you do. Here's the instructions, A, B, C, D. You go through, take it slow, you can do it. Yeah. Then there are other things that are like, there is no bracket or mount or screw. You have to kind of improvise, figure it out, do it yourself. But if you do enough of it, you can figure it out. So I just tried to use it before I came in here, and it didn't seem to drain properly. So I don't know where I'm at with it now.
Oh shoot, that's a problem.
It could be a problem, but we will fix it.
Okay.
But the point is, it's a sink on the top that drains into a urinal.
But the draining is the problem.
There was an issue.
You just have a sink full of urine.
No. You pee in the urinal.
Okay.
And the sink.
Oh,
water.
It's just above it?
Yes.
I can't picture what it looks like. You don't have a picture.
Well, There's a sink,
Yes.
and it's as one attached to a urinal above it.
Right. Okay. Why did you want this?
Because I wanted a urinal,
Right.
but that bathroom didn't have a sink.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted a sink and a urinal. And also, I never understood why we wasted so much water flushing urinals.
Right.
And then washing the sink. One should be able to pee in the urinal and then wash your hands
right above it.
right above it.
Yeah, I
and
can
have
see
it
that.
have it drained down. I think Andrew took a picture of it. I don't know if it's drained yet.
Oh no!
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out if it hasn't drained yet. No, it's not drained
that's
yet.
That's gross. Is that yours?
That's my whiz.
Oh my god!
Has it drained at all? Because I put some water in it to try to
How did he get that
thin
picture?
it out.
Does he?
I just took that picture 5 seconds ago. No draining.
But
No
is this,
draining.
Is this
God damn
in the
it.
office? Is this here?
This is feet away from you, my lady.
Oh my god!
Oh,
This is
yeah.
not ladylike.
Not ladylike.
I am not going into that bathroom.
I don't know why the hell it didn't drain, but I got to figure that out now.
It looks like it's not elevate. It looks like the drainage isn't. There's nowhere for it to go.
There's a place for it to go. It's a drain. It's not draining. All right, here's what I need you to do, my lady. Get that wet, dry shop vac and clean that out so we
I
can
am not going
have a
in
look see
there.
at what's going on in there.
This is a man's job for sure.
Man,
This is-
dreams dashed. I put this thing up and I said, I'm going to let all the silicone dry. And I came in to
gosh.
finally break it in this morning, and
And
no can do.
disappointment.
Disappointment.
Jeez, I'm sorry.
Yep.
It looks tragic.
That's all right. I'm going to troubleshoot it, and I'm going to figure it out. So how about that?
All right. I believe in you.
All right. So let's see. What did I want to get into with you? Well, what do you got? What do you want to talk about?
Well, I broke my toe.
You broke your toe.
Yeah, it was my first bone break.
How'd you do that?
I kicked my coffee table, and it's the dumbest thing I've ever done because I've never broken any bone.
Never broke a bone.
No, I was just multitasking. I was drinking my coffee, talking on the phone, and just banged it.
Barefoot.
Yeah, barefoot. And you can't do anything about it. They're just like, you just wait it out.
Yeah.
There's nothing. And then I got x-rays, and then I went to my doctor, and the whole time it was just like, yep, it's broken. They don't do anything.
Just the metal leg that went down to the floor is what you kicked?
Yeah, it wasn't even metal. It's like wood.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how I hit it in a place that just broke a bone.
Which toe?
The fourth one, the one that, like got nothing.
Oh, this little piggy went to the market.
This little piggy
Went
got
home.
roast beef.
This little pig.
And this little piggy got none. It's that one.
That is the least creative children's
Isn't it
limerick
dumb?
ever.
Except it's cute that it's about toes. It's kind of cute to personify toes or
But it's
pigify.
so it's so boring.
It is boring.
You know what I
this
mean?
little piggy went to market. This little piggy.
Well, yeah, okay, but the point is they had assignments. This little piggy went to the market, and this little piggy went home, and this little piggy had roast beef, and then this little piggy should have had pheasant or chicken
right?
or tofurkey or something. But this is like,
got none.
but I mean, you know what it's like? It'd be like if I went like, hey, I'm putting a group together.
Yeah.
I'm calling them the Spice Girls.
Right.
And we got Posh Spice over there, and Baby Spice over there, and Sporty Spice, and then that one who's just Spice,
Yeah, that one's
this
nobody.
kind of nothing.
Don't even worry about it.
Not Sports Spice. That's what that one is. And then someone would go like, well, give it a fucking name. Then. Give it something to do.
I know.
Oh, I'm going to start a band called the Village People. We got a cop over there. We got a construction worker over there. We got a guy who works for the phone company over there. And then there's Stan. He's just wearing Dockers. He's just a dude. Well, give him a fucking job.
I know.
Nobody does that. The Village People, the Spice, they all have a role.
Yeah.
And a title.
Exactly.
And a moniker.
Yeah.
It's not well, what's this Spice Girl do? She gets none. She does nothing.
She does nothing.
She does nothing.
It's
She
so
stands in
sad.
between sporty and posh, just kind of
Right.
stands. Whoever crafted this,
I know. You should research who wrote that.
it's always German and weird and old.
Do you think there's a hidden meaning to it? Like, were they soldiers or something?
This little piggy went to the market.
This
And
little
also,
piggy went home.
I'm
This
also
little
like,
pig-
how I always wonder like how this stuff gets off the ground.
yeah, because they
because
stay around forever.
And everyone has to repeat it,
yeah.
right? And so what I'm saying is like, I always feel that way like when UPS had the "What can Brown do for you?"
Mm-hmm.
I never get why that stuff doesn't get shot down immediately.
Right.
Like they're in some office and they're on Madison Avenue and it's like, hey Ted, I got a killer one. You know the UPS account? I think I got it. What can Brown do for you? And I don't know why everyone goes, Bob, that sucked. What else you got?
Right.
That's fucking retarded. It sounds like shit. It
Yeah.
literally reminds me of shit. So anyway, let's work on some good ideas. How about that?
Right.
How does it get all the way past the thing? And so what I'm saying is like this little piggy, like somebody went, I got a great idea for a kid's nursery rhyme. What is it? This little piggy went to the market. Yeah. This little piggy went home. Uh-huh. This little pig had roast beef.
Uh-huh.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
This little pig had none. Okay. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but don't ever say it again because it sounds retarded. You sound like a fucking retard. You understand? Nobody's going to ever repeat that
What?
ever again.
What was the pinky toad do again? It runs all
It
the
goes,
way.
wee.
All the way home.
But wait, this little pig went to the market.
Yeah.
This little pig, we already had a piggy that went home, right?
Wait, this little piggy went to the market. This little piggy went home. So then where does it run? And then it runs all the way home again?
It's a different
It's
piggy.
a different piggy.
Wow, this
But-
is so bankrupt of any creativity
I know.
at all.
The only thing I like about it is that it's about the toes. I think that's cute, you
Yeah.
know? But yeah, it is pretty boring.
Let's get a clean version of you doing this little piggy because I feel like some of my listeners would appreciate it.
Do they have this little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy had roast beef. This little piggy had none. This little piggy cried, wee, 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 all the way home. And then you tickle somebody. You go, wee, wee, wee,
And
wee.
Origins 1728. The village idiot scrolled this down in a piece of fucking bark in between molesting
1728?
kids. Jesus fucking Christ. Why do we know this? Origins. Can you read what the origins are? 1728.
Wait, did it say something about
First-
famous Tommy Thumb's little storybook published in London in this book? So it's from a book.
Uh-huh.
The full rhyme continued to appear with slight variations in many late 18th and early 19th century collections.
You know what it's for?
Little pigs.
I'll tell you what it's for. I'll tell you what little kids love. 'Cause
Yeah.
my kids loved this shit when they were little.
Yeah.
A weird anticipation and a little delayed gratification.
Yeah, well, they like the tickle part. You know what I mean?
But
You
they
go,
like
tickle.
They like the build.
Yes.
part.
Yes.
They love. You know, my kids used to love. They used to love to play Stinky Foot.
What's stinky foot?
I would smell their foot and go, "Ooh, Stinky Foot, Stinky Foot." But the part they liked about it the best, my daughter was like a little more advanced. My son was just a sack of flour, just kind of, just like hung on and stuff. But my daughter was like a little more up in her head,
Right.
And after a while, you can't just do Stinky Foot. Like you can't just grab their foot and smell it and go, "Oh, Stinky Foot, Stinky Foot."
Right.
My daughter, I would have to smell her foot, and I'd go, "We're gonna play smell the urinal when we're done."
No.
Yes, we are.
Gross.
Oh, Dinky Pot.
Gross.
And my daughter, I haven't had this thought in a million years. I would smell her foot, and I go, nothing. I mean, I guess she must have shot. Oh, Dinky Pot, Dinky Pot.
yeah.
And she wanted to build.
Well, the
that part.
surprise too. The surprise.
She knew the next time I did it, I would do it, same thing again. Where I'd go, hey, I don't know. I just no problem. Oh,
that it was
she
so
loved
funny.
that. Now, my son, he really couldn't, like, he just wanted the stinky foot.
Right.
So what they like is this little piggy went to the, and this little piggy
yeah,
stayed
the
home.
tension
Yes, they
builds.
know the wee thing is coming.
Yeah, they like, exactly. They like the payoff. And they don't have to wait that long either.
Yeah.
My favorite game as a kid.
Yeah, like Stinky Foot. That's almost immediate payday.
I played a Lost Little Kitty. That was my favorite game as a kid. Where I would hide in the hamper. And then I go, meow, 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 meow. My mom would have to go, oh, is this little kitty lost? Oh, and then she'd have to take care of me and serve me milk, and then I would lap it up with my tongue.
Really? I would do that, except my mom wouldn't look for me. She'd go, I'm going to go not shave my armpits and blow a joint out on the patio.
My dad had a game called Hide and Go Sleep. You go hide, I'm going to take a nap.
Yeah.
My mom would get so bored of it because I loved repetition at that age, so I would keep doing it over and over. So eventually she'd just like lose the acting. She'd just be like, oh, lost kitty. Oh, here's some milk. Oh, and I didn't care.
And you drink it like a little kitty?
Yeah, I would lap it up with my tongue. Like.
Did you have a cat?
I had a neighbor cat that I basically pretended was my cat. His name was Whiskey, and he would meet me at my bus stop and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was like my best friend when I was like 10.
We had a neighbor cat. I had a neighbor cat, too.
What was his name?
Norman. He just sort of arrived.
What did he look like?
He was just a pure outdoor alley cat dude. And
Norman.
We had a den. We had one air conditioner, like a window mount, kind of old school.
Yeah, we had that too.
And it would sit in my stepdad's room, which was his bedroom, which was also where the TV was. It was close quarters. I mean, could you imagine? Imagine a world where your stepdad has a separate room than your mom.
Yeah.
He doesn't sleep in that room.
Right.
He sleeps separate.
Yeah.
Because that's weirder.
Right.
You know, more stuff for Ray to make fun of, right?
Yeah.
But the house only has one bedroom. So the separate room is the den.
Oh, was there a bed in there? Like, where was he sleeping?
There's only one TV.
Oh.
And there's only one air conditioner. And it's the San Fernando Valley. So during the summer, you'd all have to sit in my stepdad's bedroom and watch the black and white TV with the air conditioner going.
Right.
And we would sit on my stepdad's bed, which was like a sofa bed, like what the Brady Bunch had in their family room or something, where like you take the one big pillow off and that was his bed. He didn't have a bed. Well, we sat on his bed. And by the way, we ate TV dinners on his bed watching TV, and then he would go to bed where our asses and Salisbury steak were.
Why didn't he sleep with your mom?
Because everything had to be weird.
Armpit hair.
Armpit hair.
Yeah, my parents were weird too because my dad, was in a wheelchair, so he had a separate room downstairs.
Oh, really?
Towards the end, not my whole life, but yeah, towards the end when he was like more disabled. So they renovated that. They renovated our den into a handicap accessible.
Oh, really?
Bedroom for him.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Did he have one of those stair rail elevator things?
Yeah.
Had a lift?
Yeah, we had a ramp. A lift. Yeah, and sometimes it would get stuck once in a while.
Did you ride on it
stuck
ever?
Once. Yeah, I think I rode on it when we first got it.
So when we discovered Norman because we would all sit in my stepdad's bed, room, couch, watch TV with the air conditioning rattling in this little room.
Can really picture this.
The air conditioner had these like plastic accordion things, because the air conditioner is 22 inches wide.
Right.
The average window's 32.
Yeah.
Or 36, but maybe it's 44. So you have these accordion plastic thing you'd pull out and you'd nail it to the side of the jam. Well, of course, the thing was like sunblasted and heat cycled, and it blew out the accordion.
Oh, geez.
Right. So now it's open air.
Oh, no.
To the outside, so you can't have that. So but you could also not properly repair it. God forbid that happened.
Right.
So
so you just have a broken air conditioner?
no, the air conditioner works.
Oh, okay.
But it's open to the outside.
I see. But normal air's coming in. Then.
That is true, but that was fixed.
Oh,
because
okay.
my mom saved part of the jean leg from a cut off jeans, and then thumbtacked it where the flap was.
Wow.
So you had a flap of denim jean that
Are you serious?
didn't really fit right. But then at some point, Norman realized that was like a doggy door.
Oh my
for
God.
a kitty.
And would just come in?
It'd be like 4 feet off the ground. You'd just be watching TV, and there Norman would pop up
That's so cute.
through the flap, and he'd hang out for a while. You'd give him some food, and then he'd pop out through the flap again.
Wow.
The jean flap.
So
that was
it
his
kind
door.
of like your cat.
Yeah.
He became your cat.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Mm-hmm.
And then how did he die when you were young, or?
He was very affectionate and sweet and everything else. And then one day, a litter of kittens popped up.
Oh my God.
Like down the street.
Oh my
And
gosh.
we went over there and we got a kitten and brought the kitten back.
Oh, was it his kitten?
No, sometimes
he-
there's other cats who have sex. And yeah, no, not his kitten. A litter of kittens from down the street.
Okay,
but
okay.
he wasn't involved.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think so.
You
That's
don't
a
know.
good question.
Yeah, it's hard
I don't
to
know.
who the father was.
So
Okay.
went and got a free kitten from a box. It was
Okay.
like a box of kittens,
Yeah.
know. And the kitten came home and the kitten got all the attention.
Aw.
And Norman went on a strike after that.
Really?
He literally did something I never heard a cat do, really. It's like if you'd go to pet him, he'd go, like he would fucking growl at anyone who came next to him. He hated this cat.
Oh, he's jealous.
Totally jealous, total boycott. Wouldn't let you pet him or touch him. He came in, he'd eat your food, and he'd fucking leave and tell you to fuck off.
Wow.
And he was mean, and he was ornery, and you couldn't get near him. And then at some point, I moved out and took the other cat with me, and then Norman went right back to normal.
Really?
Yep.
So he was jealous.
He had like 6 years of being a total douche.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. All right.
Wow.
Dawson, you got the news. We'll take a quick break, come back with the news right after this. Sport, a little bit of a physique,
Yeah, I think so.
Selleck had the coolest uniform, too. A Hawaiian shirt and a Detroit cap.
Yeah. Mhm.
He had a good
where
voice.
did
He has a
Detroit-
good voice too.
Yeah. And by the way, when he does those commercials about home equity and you having money in it, he treats that like he's doing Death of a Salesman on Broadway, man.
Yes.
Most of these guys,
right.
you see the Manning brothers do these commercials and stuff. It's like, all right, you got 2 takes. I got to get on a phone call. This guy,
Yeah.
man, he's
cares.
taking dramatic pauses. He's looking at, he's eyeballing this guy. He's looking over the lake, I've never seen a more crafted infomercial in my life. Everyone else is, Shaq is just like, you got to go on Carnival Cruise now, don't you know? And then he just leaves. But Selleck is really
cares.
throwing himself into this thing. It may be his greatest role.
I think so.
That's a cool.
let's see.
cool visual.
Let's see.
I know what you're thinking. I thought what you thought. Some things are just too good to be true.
I'm in already.
Just like you, I thought that reverse mortgages had to have some kind of catch. Just a way for the banks to get your house, right?
Pause it there for a second.
Yeah,
Let
he
me
has-
say this.
He has intention.
I want to give him my house
Guys
already.
don't work normally with their acting coach on like an infomercial.
Yeah.
This is just a money grab for him. But this
Yes.
guy put the time in. I mean, he sat down with his coach. They got the sides, they really went over it.
Yeah.
It's powerful.
Yeah. No,
There's
he has
no
intention.
mail in at all.
No, he looks like he really thought about this. Like, who am I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Who
am I-
Keep
who am I in
going.
this world?
This is
I did some
important.
homework.
Yeah,
And I
well,
found
yeah,
out
you did.
It's not any of that. It's not another way for the bank to get your house. And it's also not too good to be true. A reverse mortgage loan is a simple idea, really. You turn your home's equity
Look
into
at those
cash,
eyebrows.
and you pay it
Great.
back when you leave the house.
We spend so much time on
Most
the
people
mustache, we
use
forget the
money to
brows.
Pay off their existing mortgage.
got
or pay
two
some
eye
bills,
mustaches.
Cover medical costs. Even
He's a
update
three
their-
mustache man.
Mustache man.
Try
Like 3 mustaches.
Tri-stash.
Still own your home. And you make no monthly mortgage payments.
I'm writing this fucking phone number down
It's a
right
loan
now.
designed just
And then at
for
the end of the
older
day, they told him we got it,
Americans,
Tom.
and
And he
it's
said,
helped
you know
hundreds of
what?
thousands
Let me
of
try
live
something
Let's do
different.
another take where
Yeah.
I walk over
Yeah.
to the other
Retirement.
chair.
Yeah.
My other hand in my pocket.
Yeah.
AAG is the leader in reverse mortgages.
Yeah,
Call us
okay.
Yeah,
today
he
for
really-
free information.
he really
He will answer
cares.
all your questions.
Hasselhoff
and
would
help
have
you
phoned
decide
this
if a
shit
reverse
in,
Oh,
mortgage
yeah.
is
wanted
right
to be
for you
paid
and
up
how to
front,
qualify.
hammered
I
that
know
check.
what you're thinking. I did too. I
It's
felt
a
the
long
same way.
commercial.
But I checked
Keeps
it out.
going.
And I found out a lot more.
Look at that.
It's pretty simple. A reverse mortgage.
All right, pause it for a
Made-
second. And let me just tell you something. As a guy
Yeah.
who's been on that side of the lens
Yes.
a lot,
Yeah.
I love when people talk about themselves that way.
You think they studied tape of William Devane?
He probably watched Devane talking about selling gold
Yeah.
off that battleship and thought, I'll do you better, Devane. I'll do
right.
you one better. But as a guy who's been on that end, your first impulse is like, how long is this commercial? It's 1 minute. All right, let's see how much shit we can cram into 60 seconds.
Yeah.
He's taking his time.
Yeah, I was gonna say you rush through it.
Yeah, I would power- I would bum
especially
rush
because
it.
the words don't mean anything to you. You're like,
Right.
"Ah."
And I don't own the company. I'm not getting a
Yeah.
reverse mortgage,
Yeah.
Keep playing it though. This is a
Yeah.
Can give you the retirement stability you're looking for.
Wow. Wow.
Maybe you want to check it out.
smile, little
62
smile.
Rhodes,
Yeah.
Right, a little
Own your
smile
own
there.
home. Give AAG a
Yeah,
call
it's
to
like
receive
he
your
knows
free
who he's
information
talking
kit.
to.
He
Like,
knows his audience.
He's talking to, you know, someone he cares about. He's really trying to teach a lesson.
816-7908 today.
Where did he study acting, I wonder?
AAG.
Did he go to like a really
Bringing
good
stability into your retirement.
Did he go to a
Let's the way just.
The acting school
Oh, sorry,
with many
still got
mustaches.
going.
Yeah. Nice to try mustache acting school.
conservatory, Juilliard?
He he went to USC. That much I know.
Okay. Well,
That's what I'm pretty sure he went.
He's a good
Almost
actor.
positive he went to USC. All right, sorry.
All right,
Dawson, yeah.
Serena Williams is in the news because she put herself there. 23-time Grand Slam champion was exiting a 5-star hotel in New York City. She was there to support Kim Kardashian at a lavish dinner marking the launch of Kardashian's new women's activewear. Well, as she's walking out of the hotel, she saw a decoration of a fake cotton plant. Immediately, she became uneasy because it was a traumatic reminder of the slavery that she endured. Let's watch.
oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
All right, everyone, how do we feel about cotton as decoration? Personally, for me, it doesn't feel great. So actually, it feels like no polish remover cotton, natural.
Oh my
She's
God.
haunted by cotton. Okay, couple things.
Wow. She had to
So-
put a glove on to even touch it.
Oh, I never thought about that. Like when she buys multivitamins, how does she get the cotton out of the container without being
good
traumatized?
point.
Or she
Right.
write a
Q-tips.
letter to the
Yeah.
folks over at Flintstone Vitamins to she's there's cotton. Look, I'm
cotton
a
in a
man.
lot of
I don't
places.
have a lot of cotton contact, but ladies, there's a lot of cotton.
Yeah,
Right?
that's true. I had to put cotton between my toes when I broke my toe.
Oh,
You know,
were you
to-
traumatized?
Well, yeah. Every time I touch it, I'm like, slavery.
Now here's the thing. Can people have a little more situational awareness? Like, bitch,
Yeah.
you've been rich since you were 17. That's
Yeah.
like number one.
Yes.
Number two, you're married to a rich guy. Number three, whatever the fuck happened before this, you didn't participate in that.
Right.
Like, I'm sure the Italians may have been discriminated against when they landed in Ellis Island in 1902 or something. Whatever, gangs in New York, fine. But not
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I lived in North Hollywood with a cat in
Right.
Norman.
Yeah.
So I don't have the trauma. that you evidently
you have different trauma.
But yes, I have worse trauma.
Well, there's another thing, though. This is very, very weird to me when people say, how do we feel?
Yes, how do we feel as a people? Like, who are you talking to?
For me,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
We formerly had no thoughts about it because I don't walk through 5-star hotels and pick on the decor.
It's a 5-star hotel. That's the other thing.
But also, again, you're wearing a jacket that is that's 2 months' paycheck for most Americans, I'm sure, as you film yourself.
Yes.
You're in New York at a 5-star hotel. You're there to hang out with your fellow billionaire female, Kim Kardashian. We can look up your net worth online, and we can see what your husband's net worth is. Have a little optical sort of situational awareness.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. You're going to get trolled.
You don't know anyone that was in the cotton
picking
farm.
industry. And also, referring back to what we started with this, could you just give it a rest? It's 2025.
Sure.
Yeah.
And by the way, you, Serena, are a rich person who never has to deal with this, but the people who have to work at the airport see this, are activated and angered by it, and now you fucked up another generation because you can't stop fucking complaining about something that has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
There was a time when cotton picking used to be like a goddamn or a,
Yeah.
Yeah. I was listening to an old tape of my grandfather playing guitar on one of those cassette recorders.
Really?
And he recorded tapes for my grandmother, and he said I'm gonna try to do this again, honey, but every time I press play on this thing, I can't do a cotton picking thing.
Yep, there's cotton picking.
Holy shit! Wow.
Then he yelled, "Katie, bar the door."
Are you allowed to say that now? To cotton picking?
You know what? It should come back.
Not to Serena. And then Serena goes, and this is the kind of cotton they use for nail polish remover or something. Isn't there just one? Is there different strains of cotton that have done?
First of all, that plant was fake. It's not real cotton. It was just sticks with cotton swabs on it.
But whoever...
And then she took part of it off?
Yeah, she destroyed it. Yeah.
Yeah, she desecrated my cotton motif.
I wonder if she had to pay for that.
Somebody over at the Marriott should have her reimburse them. But anyway, here's the whole point.
Weird.
If you're just going to look for it, then you'll find it.
Right.
Yes,
We need to take away people's sense of self.
And also,
you're not that important.
It shows, and this happens a lot, where it shows there's an out of itness, an out of touchness, where you've flown private for travel for the last 15, 20 years. You've only stayed 4-star hotels. You know, it shows how out of it you are, that you don't know what it's going to look like to regular folk.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Her husband's worth $150 million, and then she's worth $300.
All right.
Oh my God.
Well, if you live in Dearborn, Michigan, and you have to get up early for work, you no longer need an alarm clock.
Why?
Because a contentious battle is brewing in Dearborn over a mosque's use of an outdoor loudspeaker for its call to prayer.
Wow.
5:30 a.m.
Oh my
This
God.
happens.
This is in Dearborn, Michigan.
Oh my God.
Now here's what would happen.
No one's up.
Key change.
Here's what would happen to me. I'd be sleeping, but I would be incorporating this into my dreams so I wouldn't wake up.
Oh yeah.
You know, sometimes like when you're sleeping and the garbage truck's backing up, like neat, 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 and in your dream you're sitting in front of a microwave and my burrito's ready, neat, neat, neat. Like you try to rationalize. You don't want to wake up. I would just be dreaming I was abducted by terrorists. Yeah. And I was like in the back of a van being driven through Mosul, you know.
Can't believe, so they do it every single day?
I believe it's every single day. One resident spoke at the city council meeting presenting a signed petition over the speaker at the Dearborn Community Center. She cited a city ordinance that states that people are prohibited from creating the continuance of any unreasonably loud, disturbing, unusual, and unnecessary noise which annoys, disturbs, injures, or endangers the comfort, repose, health, peace, or safety of others within the limits of the city. Now, here's the thing. Here's what I heard about this. All Muslims understand and know when the call to prayer is. They don't need this.
Right.
This is more of a, hey, F you, we're shoving this down your throats.
Yeah.
Well, listen, all Dawson's wanting to play a clip.
No, I would just like that fader to be turned down, please.
Oh, okay. All right. So there's a thing that I've known, and I've always said it, and I've never said anything any differently, and it's where we're at now, which is people come here from other places, and they come here and they bring whatever their traditions, religions, rituals, food. We always, if you ever hear Gavin Newsom talking, we celebrate it. We have so many different, at the DMV.
Diversity is our strength.
Yes, we print our test in 170 different languages, and somehow it's our strength. It's always our strength, this diversity, this thing. But it doesn't stop there, because the people who come in want to do what they want to do, and then more come in, and then they get a larger group, and then it becomes a constituency. And then you have politicians who formerly didn't give a fuck about these people and probably didn't like their religion having to give speeches about how noble their religion is, because that now becomes a voting block for them. And now they get voted in. And next thing you know, we're all sailing to Somalia.
That's my favorite Christopher Cross song.
We're all sailing to Somalia, because that's and then the speech is about how important these people are and how great they are and whatever it is. They are going to do what they're going to do. You have to figure. Now, they often come from shit boxes, and the reason they come from shit boxes is because there's too many of them there, and they've turned it into a shit box. So then our thing is, well, let's relocate enough of those people over to Minneapolis or Dearborn. And guess what's going to happen, people? They're going to recreate whatever it is they fled, which is what we don't want here.
Yes.
Now, that makes you xenophobic to say it, but that's what happens. And then then they elect their own, and then everyone has to sort of convert.
Yeah.
And then here we are.
Yeah.
So if you want it, it's great. But I don't want it.
Yeah.
And people are here because they don't want it. And the people who come here shouldn't want it either, because you shouldn't want to recreate what you fled.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
So they're doing some decibel tests, and they found out that, it's a little loud. But that's, there we go. But no word on whether or not anything's going to change.
When you're doing an open house and you're near the mosque, you got to really plan the call to prayer siren thing out. You know what I mean? Because you can't have that shit. It's basically, I always say to people, you're looking to buy a house, open house is Sunday between noon and 4.
Yeah.
Nothing going on.
Yeah.
You need to go by that house Monday.
Yes.
About 8:30 in the morning and see if Waze is taking people by your house.
Yes.
Because there is a Waze thing where they'll take everyone who's on the 101 freeway and tell them to go right by your house.
Oh, my God.
But you will not know it on a Sunday.
No.
You got to go on a Monday and find out when the garbage man is coming and when the Muslim call to prayer is happening. Because could you imagine selling that house and that thing goes off? But you would never find out because it's at 5:30 in the morning.
The realtor.
That's true.
Open house is noon to 4.
The realtor would be like, listen, you live here, you buy this house, you will never miss prayer time.
That's
I
right.
promise you.
That's right. Nice Muslim family. All right.
So Bill Maher had a show this weekend, and well, let's just see what he says in his closing monologue. I'm not sure what I think about him.
We'll blow it up. And here's what I want to say. Bill does this a lot, but
then he backs it up with like he'll say something totally sane, and then he'll close it with something totally insane. It's like you just ruined your whole point.
He does that a lot, and he also does a lot of like both crazies on both sides. It's always both sides. By the way, if Democrats ever admit to both sides, that means they're doing it.
Right.
Because if they're doing,
Right.
if the Democrats are doing 20% of it, they go, we've never done it. I don't even know what Antifa is. It's a dream, a thought. It doesn't really exist. They deny everything. When they get to doing 80% of it, once Democrats go to both sides, that means they're doing all of it.
The majority.
Right, because they'll never admit both sides unless they get to 80% of whatever the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
When they're at 30%, they go, never. Doesn't exist.
Right.
All right, so here it is.
And finally, new rule, as it's kind of late in the fourth quarter for America and we're behind by 3 touchdowns, let's make one last stab at a grand bargain between the two sides that hate each other so much. America used to do this all the time, make bargains, and I've suggested many myself, like you stop saying fetuses are the same as babies, and we'll stop saying trans women are the same as biological women. You stop saying alternative facts, and we'll stop saying my truth.
Is that Mark Maron?
No, it's just a guy.
You stop saying thoughts and prayers, and we'll stop with the land acknowledgement.
See,
I
don't agree with anything.
But you can't compare
there's no
the
such thing
two.
as
No, you
voter
can't.
fraud, and we'll admit that getting a picture ID isn't really that fucking hard to do.
Okay, there's plenty of examples of voter fraud.
Yeah, I'm confused.
But as it is so late in the game, let's just go right to the granddaddy of bargains now. The left will seriously quash all their loony woke shit, and the right will stop the slide into autocracy. That's really the only card left to play.
All right, let me just.
I don't know what he's
I
saying.
don't understand any of it.
All right, let me just say this. Erica, you're such a dainty
I know.
little thing. I can explain this to you.
Okay, thank you.
And Dawson, I think you'll understand this one too.
Yes.
Okay. Autocracy, authoritarian, dictatorship, Hitlerian. Okay. Okay. The claim is that's what the right wants. Like if you're on the right side, if you're Trump, you're Hitlerian. But, you know, if you're a Republican type, you're looking for control.
Right.
And what you're describing,
Censorship.
yes, what you're describing is control. Okay, so who wants the control? What side wants the control? You claim we want the control. We claim you want the control. Well, here's the good news. We just had a little experiment about 3 to 7 years ago. It was called COVID. We did an experiment. We had a control experiment. It was just an experiment. Who wanted control? Who didn't want control? So you had something called COVID. And COVID is just COVID. It's not, it doesn't have an R or a D next to it. It's just a thing. So then the question is how did one side react and how did the other side react? Well, I live in a place where they shut the schools, shut the beaches, shut your business, shut funerals, shut visiting
Shut
Nana,
down your
and then they
opinion.
fucking tried to force everyone to get an
Masks.
unproven jab, a vaccine of a not tested, an untested vaccine, force everyone, or you'll get fired from your fucking job or thrown off the fire department. That's what you guys wanted.
Yeah, that sounds like control to me.
That sounds like control.
Yeah.
That sounds like authoritarian dictatorship control. You
Calling
arrested
for people to lose their jobs.
Yes.
Yeah,
You arrested a guy who was,
on people,
who was
too.
paddleboarding in the bay. My friends who own a business 3 miles from here it's now gated and closed because you shut down outdoor dining and they defied your control.
Yeah.
They stood up. Oh, they stood up. They spoke truth to power and you fucking sent the feds in and you shut them down. And now they don't have a business they had for 50 years.
Yeah.
So spare me your fucking discussions on authoritarianism. Jesus goddamn Christ.
Yeah.
Let me give you an example. You got Gavin Newsom. He's the one who's worried about all the authority, right? And control. And then you have Ron DeSantis. That's his arch nemesis. He's over there in Florida. Well, good. We've had a little experiment. We did a little experiment. It's a place called Disneyland, a place called Disney World. The guy in Florida kept Disney World open, and you shut down Disneyland.
Yeah.
Same COVID. So who really wants the control here? We did the experiment.
Yeah.
And you guys all dove on the opportunity to take control. Whereas the others on the other side of the aisle said, no, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. They argued to reopen everything. You argued to shut everything and then fire everyone who defied you. And then you went to big tech and you told them you need to control these alternative voices.
Yep.
So don't give me this fucking lecture on control.
Yeah.
It's insane that they even have the balls to do it when we just got done with an experiment called COVID. Thank you.
Yeah.
It goes even deeper. There is now a new law, I believe Gavin signed into law in California, creating a new board that is going to judge whether or not your tweets are offensive, and you will have to pay fines.
Are you serious?
If deemed
that
offensive.
sounds also like controlled.
Yeah,
and then
that's censorship.
But, I mean, that's the same thing.
Yeah.
He offers you something with his left hand and then slaps you in the face if you take it with his right.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, listen, your ideas on the left are not good enough to compete with the ideas on the right. So your job is to go around them and go to Twitter and Facebook and tell them to be canceled.
Yep.
Right.
Why don't you come up with better ideas? That's all.
That's all.
I mean,
But then
it's all they did during COVID. All they did was control and fucking lie and try to get every dissenting voice deplatformed, and they tarred and feathered them. They made them into pariahs.
Yeah.
And they used fear to control everybody.
Right. All right. So just spare me the lecture.
Yeah.
That's all. I don't want any more sanctimonious lectures on freedom from the fucking group that tried to get everyone fired and to get experimental vaccination.
Yeah.
Are we good?
Yep.
Just stop with the lectures. That's all. And by the way, fucking Bill Maher, don't you know any of this shit?
Yeah.
You don't know any of this shit. You live in California.
Half of me thinks he does the both sides ism because he's got to stay firmly with his camp. And look, I'm still with you guys. You're all insane, but
yeah.
Yeah, he wants to appease both while pretending to go after both.
Yeah.
All right, we got one more.
We don't, but this news is brought to you by Shoot Eyes.
Find me Billy D. Williams and his malt liquor. Was it Colt 45?
Colt 45.
But there was also Cobra.
Oh, that's right. Did he do Cobra or Colt 40? They had two. There was another Billy D. Williams-ish dude doing the other one.
That's
right?
the Hammer.
Okay.
That guy is Fred, whatever, the Hammer Williamson, who was called the Hammer and played DB for you should know this, for San Francisco 49ers, I believe, way back in the day. And that's when they'd come in and go, I'm looking for Hammer.
Right.
And he'd be at the bar with Billy D. Telling him, let me ask you guys. Oh, wait, here, we'll play the question.
Billy D. Williams talks about having a good time.
When it comes to having a good time, I've got it down to a science. First, you get yourself into the right clothes. Then you get Colt 45. Enough for you and that someone special.
Someone
then
special.
You get yourself to a good time place.
Wow.
Hey,
the rest is easy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very Tom Selleck-y.
Shoot Eyes.
Okay, let me just say this. I have spent half my life trying to liquor up women to see what I could get off
If
of
it
them.
were that easy.
Malt liquor never works. It's the Vegemite of alcohol. They
Showed up
don't
at this
want
chick's
it.
house with a six-pack
Billy
of
D.
Mickey's
Williams.
Big Mouth. I don't get it. Why didn't you
They
let me
don't
in?
want malt liquor. This is why
No.
they invented mimosas
Yeah.
Well, see, malt liquor is
I don't
like the
want-
crack
Bartles
of
and
cocaine.
James.
Malt
Yeah, but let
liquor
me-
is like it's free-based alcohol.
But let me say this. So
I
if
don't
you-
know
Makes
anything
it
about
stronger.
it.
If you
Yeah, I
want
don't
to
like
juice up
beer.
a broad, you got to show up and make her like an apple teeny.
Yeah, I
You know
don't
what I
like
mean?
that, but yeah, something fancy.
Well, your malt liquor you'll spit out.
Yeah, yeah.
I could make you the cappuccino martini or something
yeah,
like that.
an
You'll-
espresso martini.
Espresso martini.
Yeah.
I'll get
Cappuccino martini.
whatever espresso. Well, I don't know. What's so different about it? Why is it so different?
No, it just sounds really
It does
funny.
sound weird. All right, I'll make you'll get like 1.5 espresso martinis in you, and that's a panty
Yeah.
dropper right there.
Yeah,
but
no, that's better.
if I try to give you some Colt 45 or Cobra
No,
malt
I'm
liquor, you're
out.
spitting that out.
I am out.
But here's a different, as long as we're on a ethnic jag today. Well, I mean it. Let's try to figure this out. Colt 45 and Cobra and malt liquor, it was the domain of the black community. That's why Billy D does the commercials. Before
Right.
you can get Hammer Colt 45 commercial. See if we can find Fred. We can find Hammer.
I don't think I've ever had malt liquor.
Put in Colt 45 Hammer, looking for Hammer commercial. Anyway, okay. It's always been the domain of the black. Yeah, that's him there. I think that's. Oh wait, wait, go up there. No, go down.
But maybe
What?
he did Cobra.
Go there. Hit it. There you go. That's what I want to see.
Wow.
Oh, this is it.
Pretty hot.
It's all black. It's all black. It's all black.
Yeah.
All right, put, you know what, Andrew, put I'm looking for Hammer malt liquor commercial. All right, that's good. All right, here's the whole point. Here's what I'm getting to. It's my thesis, right?
Yeah.
Colt, okay. Booze, okay. Everyone wants to get drunk, but people don't like the taste of alcohol oftentimes, and especially if you're trying to get your lady friend buzzed.
Yeah.
She doesn't want Colt 45.
No.
So they invented Bartles and James wine coolers.
Right.
And women would drink the wine coolers and catch a buzz. Now, malt liquor, just, you got to hold your nose to drink. I like beer, and even malt liquor doesn't taste good to me. It's not
Right.
good tasting. So the black community used to drink the worst tasting alcohol. Now, Snoop Dogg has a cotton candy flavor vodka, and it's
Ew.
all syrup and grape, purpley sweet. So they went
Double drank.
right. So what happened to the black community? Because they were drinking the nastiest shit ever, and now everything's got some cotton candy. Oh, I wonder if
Cotton
Serena
candy
Williams
sounds
has a
gross.
problem
I know,
with the
that's
cotton
what
candy.
I was gonna say.
Serena's going to show up at the county fair,
boy.
see the cotton candy, and then
candy.
shoot a video of herself complaining.
Oh, that is so
Oh,
triggering.
Martin Cove is in this from Karate Kid. All right, here's what Fred Williams is saying. He's looking for Hammer. Turn it up, sir. He's looking for Hammer.
No more harsh malt liquor taste. I've come for King Cobra smooth taste. Cold malt liquor.
King Cobra.
Oh, I've heard. Now hand it over. Don't let the smooth taste fool you.
He said smooth.
Smooth.
He said smooth. I swear to God, he said smooth.
It's the greatest taste on earth.
Who's that other guy?
He has a drink. He has a drawer built for drink. He has a desk, a customized drinking Cobra. That's all right. Here's my whole point. Why did they go?
I want that desk. They sell that at IKEA?
It's got to be so funny because there's a prop department and there's some guy named Ernie and he's like, push a button. Then we need the drawer to open.
Right.
No, it's got to be lit.
Yeah, they
Right.
put
He's
a
in
light in the ice
He has a
bucket.
drinking desk. You just build the desk. Can you build it or not? We have 4 days. All right, well, we can cut away to the button, right? The button's not. No, we're going to activate it from off camera. The button, we're just going to show a tight shot of the guy pushing the button.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so
That's hilarious.
I'm looking for Hammer. All right, so black people went from drinking the nastiest tasting shit on the world to drinking all sugar, cotton candy, purple drink. What happened? So black people don't drink this anymore. They drink whatever
Do they
whatever
drink
Snoop
that,
Dogg's
or do
making.
They,
No.
Or do they just advertise it and it's...
They're done.
Yeah.
No, there is no more. They said we're not drinking malt liquor anymore. We're drinking cotton candy flavored vodka
Wow.
because it tastes better. We'll put it in with
does
soda.
not sound good.
Yeah. I'm looking for a Hammer. Hold on, let me get my drinking desk. By the way, is that
Hilarious.
I don't know, does that instill a lot of confidence in the staff? You know what I mean? Like the boss, he's got a desk. He's up there fucking loaded all day and all night. He can't run this company. He's got a drinking desk. And then they're downstairs and the ceiling's dripping. It's like, what happened? The boss's drinking desk is fucking draining down on our...
Right.
The ice is melting.
Was it like a strip club downstairs?
Yeah, he was running a
supposed to be
club.
sexy
He's running a club downstairs.
nightclub. Yeah.
Chiropractor.
It's on same old
Same
malt.
old
Same
Liquor
old
Street.
Malt Liquor Street.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
If you've only experienced harsh malt liquor taste, it's
that's the
time
I
to
Hammer.
did so many.
King Cobra Boulevard. Oh, hey, lady.
It's a different breed. It's quality.
Yeah.
King Cobra is cold malt liquor satisfaction and a smooth taste.
Oh,
so when you pop
boy.
the top, what's the clue?
Don't let the smooth taste fool you.
Oh, yeah.
All right, can I say this?
Don't let the smooth taste fool you. It's 12% alcohol.
Was she a real singer? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Grammy nominated, Peabody nominated for this. Can I say this to all beer companies? You're not allowed to use cold as a selling point.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's like,
ice
reach
cold.
for ice cold Coors. Yeah, ice cold. It's like, listen, everyone has a refrigerator. I can take a Cobra, I can take a Coors Light, or I can piss in a beaker, and I can put it in the fridge overnight, and all three liquids will come out the same
Cold.
temperature. So you're not allowed to sell it as cold.
Yeah.
Reach for cold. The
ice
cold, crisp taste. Like everything. Yeah, it's all cold. Everything in my fridge is cold right now.
Right, but the mountains turn blue. When
That's
they
true.
turn
That's
blue,
how you know.
it's
Or
cold.
you pulled it out of a chest filled with ice, and it's been there since halftime.
that'll
And then
do.
now we're midway in the fourth quarter.
Right.
Fred the Hammer Williamson, Andrew, played defensive back in the NFL. I'm going to say for the 49ers. It's always funny because when you look into these guys, they always played for three teams or something, but you only remember one. He was a DB in the NFL. And then he got out and he started doing acting. And his name was Fred the Hammer Williamson. And
So
then,
is he, if he was a Niner, he was pre-Ronnie Lott?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Where did he play?
shit.
Steelers?
60s.
Oakland. Oh, was he San Fran? No. Oakland. Kansas City. Steelers. Where he was one of the AFL champions in Kansas City. Fred the Hammer. Yeah. He was a big time ball player.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah. And then he
He has
died
a lot of credits.
semi recently. Yeah, he was in From Dusk Till Dawn.
Wow.
That Tarantino movie. Remember that?
Yeah.
He was one of the, just drinking a malt liquor at the cantina with everyone else. Yeah, that guy worked.
Wait a minute. He was in a movie called Black Cobra.
Wow. Starsky and Hutch?
He had a
He did a lot.
had a storied NFL career, and then he went right into acting. And next thing you know, he's pitching malt liquor and hanging around with Tarantino. Everybody, so put some respect on his name, bro.
Yeah,
It was like
And
the
then
O.J. Simpson who
died-
did it right.
Yeah, he's like one of the good
Didn't
ones.
fall off, yeah.
And then what year did he die? Because he died like 3-5 years.
Still
ago.
alive.
Oh, he's still alive.
Oh,
I
he's
thought he died.
87.
Let's book his. Let's get his ass on this show, man. Because I will.
Yeah, he's great in Starsky and Hutch. He holds his own with Vince and Owen. He's a funny dude.
Oh, that's Starsky and Hutch. I thought we were talking about 70s Starsky.
No,
and
he's
Hutch.
in that's the Todd Phillips.
Oh, right.
I hear the Hammer has a special kind of urinal that has King Cobra in it.
I gotta go throw some ice in that bad boy. That reminds me. All
cold
right.
urine.
Erica Rhodes got shows all over the place. You can go to ericarhodescomedy.com. Do you have a John Benet Ramsey joke?
I do. I did it on a news show in Chicago, and it kind of went viral.
And was it okay? Did you get into trouble?
No, what people? There a couple people.
Well, do
were
the
upset.
joke. Can you do the joke?
Yeah, it's just that I went on a date, and the guy said I look like John Benet Ramsey if she were still alive. And I said, you look like the killer if they found him. And we had a fun night of role playing. I hid in the basement, and he pretended to write a ransom note in my mom's handwriting. That's the full joke. I didn't do the full joke on the news show.
ericarhodescomedy.com is where you go.
One better, they've put a jacuzzi in a Zamboni.
Yeah!
Stop the Zamboni jacuzzi.
Oh!
No.
Do you know my number one invention that I think would conquer the world?
What's that?
The fondoozy. It's a jacuzzi filled with melted
Filled with
cheese.
cheese.
Yeah, that'd be the hit of every party.
shit.
Want to check
And
out
do
the
you
fondoozy?
sit in it while you use it?
Yeah, just you hold chips. You get like a pillowcase worth of.
Interesting. Yeah,
You get a raft filled with chips.
Okay. That's great.
You fart, takes 10 minutes to come to the surface. You know?
And only when it bubbles do you know it's time to get out.
You know it's time to get out.
Absolutely.
The raft of taco chips would float by you. Just grab a little in there.
Yeah, little dick flavored chips.
Little jalapeno dinghies.
Absolutely.
You know, just sort of being pulled by the big raft.
That's right.
They made a jacuzzi Zamboni.
I love it.
I'm loving it.
Now it's the dream job, Adam. Now you're back to your. If you had the wand now, you would take it.
I'm back to the dream. All right, let's take a break, and then we're going to do some news, yes, as well. All right, Mayhem, you got some news stories pulled down?
Got some news. First up in celebrity news, Kristen Cavallari. Kristen Cavallari.
I think it's calamari.
Yeah, that felt like it is. I think the Yellowstone star Kevin Costner and admits he's her forever crush.
He is her forever. She loves.
He would be
Costner.
so lucky.
You like her?
I love her.
What do you like about her?
I just think she's beautiful. I'm a brunette guy. I usually don't like blondes, but she's something about her. Beautiful, great face, great body. Great vibe, classy, stylish.
Really?
Yeah.
I find her very annoying.
Really?
Grating.
I mean, I shouldn't even be saying this because she dated my friend, but really, grating.
Yeah.
Who'd she date that you know?
Annoying.
Jeff Dye.
Oh, Jeff Dye, yeah. He has feelings about that relationship.
I think he does, yeah.
Yeah, he may have a couple.
Yep.
I may have heard some.
Yep. I should have never said this, but she's very attractive, I think.
All right. Well, we're going to hear her? Something's on the screen. That's why I thought there was a clip or something coming.
Yeah, this was her responding. She responded in text on her Instagram story, "Give him my number, forever crush."
And even that picture's hot that she did it on top of. She's like laying in bed with like sweats with her legs half crossed, ready for Kevin Costner to walk in this room and Tatanka, you know what I mean? Tatanka. That's right.
Does, I like to think Costner's above this.
Oh, no doubt.
But I don't know.
He's also 80 and she's 30.
Yeah. But he looks...
He looks good.
He looks good. He just made me a video.
He did?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Just for no reason?
I told him he's 69 years of age. The guys...
You told him he was 69?
No.
Wait, who's 69?
Costner, 69. Sorry. The guys from Dry Bar, which, by the way, my special is available at Dry Bar now, but you would have to subscribe, but shall be released for free on YouTube coming up shortly, so people are aware of that.
As soon as Shelby does it.
The guys who from Angel Studios went and had some sort of meeting with Costner, and they asked him to, say hi to me, or he said hi or something. We're as a kind of the only celebrity friend I have that Jimmy's a celebrity, but I knew him before he was a celebrity. Right. So Costner was always a celebrity before I got into show business. So he may be. I mean,
what
I
movie
have other friends
do you love him from? Is Dances with Wolves, or is it all of his 19 sports movies?
The bicycle movie.
The bicycle movie.
American Flyer.
I don't know that one.
Yeah. Oh, come on,
Sweet mustache.
Sweet mustache. Yeah.
By the way, I'm sorry that I couldn't come to the Christmas party.
That's all right.
I heard you had a great party. I had a slightly even crazier event I was invited to beforehand that I could not say no to.
Well,
that was
that's
an
fine.
event with Oprah and Meghan Markle. I had to not.
Oprah?
I had to go to that. Oprah Winfrey. You've heard
that
of her.
Oprah?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that?
It was a gala honoring Tyler Perry, the Paley Center honors. And I mostly just went because I heard there's like some rumors that maybe Meghan Markle and Prince Harry were on the outs, and I wanted to get a chance to make my move.
Get in there?
Yeah.
In terms of shooting your shot, Kelsey did that with Taylor Swift and worked out pretty
worked
good,
out great.
right?
Yep.
Like, why not?
100%.
Yeah, I heard they're on the outs, and I tried to get with the Prince myself.
He tried to get with the Prince. He seems
Mayhem and Harry. I like that.
I know, it's hot.
He seems like a zero to me.
He's boring.
I met him. Yeah, he's like a standard,
Standard
English
ginger.
white guy. Yeah.
So anyway, I like Costner. I'll tell you, underrated Waterworld.
Yeah.
Interesting, kind of dynamic. innovative, had some cool things.
Led to a whole attraction at Universal.
Dennis Hopper, funny, smokers on the Exxon Valdez guys. Anytime there's stunts on jet skis, I'm in. Anytime guys are jumping jet skis, I'm in.
Yeah. And there was a part where Costner slaps the little girl and says, "What are you doing?" or something. And I think it's Jack Black flying the plane, and he sees him slap her, and he goes, "Nice touch."
Wow.
Jack Black?
It's a Jack Black looking guy.
It was a crazy guy flying that whatever. The kite or whatever it is. Yeah, I'm going to take a deep dive, pardon the pun, and go for Waterworld.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
I would probably choose Bull Durham or For Love of the Game.
Yeah, that's...
or Field of Dreams. I mean, all of his baseball ones were the best, I
don't like movies where guys honor their dads.
Interesting.
It makes me angry.
Interesting. Is that all three of them? No, that's just Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams.
You don't like Field of Dreams?
I don't like movies where the dads are honored.
You don't like a game of catch with your dad at the end?
It makes me angry.
Okay, all right.
My dad and I never had that moment.
I understand that, okay.
Now, with
the Field of Dreams, it's possible now, but okay. You make your choices.
My dad wasn't possible when he was alive.
Yeah, but the things are different. You get a lot of wisdom and get a lot chiller when you're dead.
Yeah.
My dad's died a couple of months ago. I haven't heard anything from him.
Really?
That's because you haven't built the jazz club yet.
A jazz club. My dad could play the trumpet. I hate dusty movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like that movie where The Rock played whatever the black superhero was. Black Adam from Egypt or whatever.
Oh.
One big pile of dust. And it was all shit falling down and poof, everything was fucking dust. I wanted to take a fucking shower halfway into that movie. I worked earthquake rehab. Did I mention that? Dust. It's fucking dust. Roto hammers into masonry. Dust. You know what you'd have to do?
Leaf blower. You would need a leaf blower.
Yeah, 2 of them.
You want to know worse than a leaf blower? When you would roto hammer, which is concrete drill, into the foundation before you would fill the hole with epoxy and then put all thread in so you could bolt down the foundation.
You got to strengthen that cripple wall.
You had to fucking blow it out with air. You know what 100-year-old footing foundation is when you're underneath a fucking building and you got to bring in compressed air and
Are you just using one of those cans you use for your computer, or is it like more leaf blower industrial strength?
We had compressors all over. On a construction site, you'd have one, 20-gallon compressor, and then 5 hoses all going off, and you'd be using nail guns and blowing out shit and stuff like that. But the earthquake rehab's the fucking worst. But dust. I don't like dust, but I don't like movies that are dusty.
Yeah.
But then that stupid Black Adam movie, all it was dust. Dust storm blown
I think you were talking about Scorpion King.
No, I'm talking about, I won't see that one either. But Waterworld.
Oh yeah,
zero dust.
No dust. They wished they had.
They prayed for dust. There wasn't dust to be found.
Yeah,
that's why I like it so much. Yeah. I mean, Field of Dreams. They had to drag the field once, so it got a little dusty.
True. True. All right. If only they had a Zamboni instead of the boys just scraping the infield.
You're right.
With that long net thing.
That weird mesh screen thing.
I also like watching that though, because I always think they're going to miss part of the dirt, and they don't really miss any dirt.
So anyway, she shooting her shot with Costner.
Yep.
Yeah, because he just recently got a divorce. She's just broke up with this 24-year-old TikTok boy. So
do you have that Costner video, Joe? Or did we ever send that to you? No. Huh. Tell Mike.
What did Costner say to you?
Oh, he was talking about me having to do a clean set for Dry Bar.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask, would you be able to do a clean set for Dry Bar?
Fuck no. Tell August to send it to you. I think he has it. I've said it once. I'll say it again. I looked at it as a challenge. I disagree when any professional comedian goes, I could never do it. You could do it. You're going to have to get into your material. But I am telling you, people, do not dismiss it by saying, It's the verbiage. It's the shits and the fucks. It's not that. It's the themes. It's the stuff you're talking about that's no fly, where you don't get to do that idea. You can take any joke and clean it up.
For sure.
But you can't take an idea for a joke and
what's
clean
an idea
it up.
that they wouldn't let you do?
Everyone. Most of my material is like fucking, I shouldn't say most, but I'd say it's like a fair degree of material is like themed badly.
Yeah, I mean,
What do you
for
mean?
those of you listening to this, Adam's face just running through his material right now just looked almost traumatized by his own material.
I've been trying. I mean, I'm trying to think how long to go into this, but there's a bit about, I found out that Gavin Newsom wanted his own alert for when black kids were missing, because we have the Ebony Alert. He wanted to institute the Ebony Alert. We have the Amber Alert, but this is a true thing. He did do this.
Wow.
So anyway, the long and the short of the joke is, the Amber Alert is basically for missing kids, but because Gavin Newsom's basically a racist, he wants the Ebony Alert for missing black kids. But I looked into it, which I did, and I was like, where are all these Amber Alerts? And you think it's a kid in a primered van going to Mexico. It's not. It's just dads who got screwed in a divorce hearing, a custody issue, wanting to spend a little more time with their kids. So it's really just dads wanting to spend more time with their kids. So as far as the Ebony Alert goes, we can rule them out. If a black kid goes missing, we got to look now. Because it's not dad trying to get an extra game of Parcheesi.
That's almost the reason why you do need an Ebony Alert.
Right. And so, while there's no profanity whatsoever,
right, I understand.
Thematically,
I get that.
It's a harsh
the premise
racist.
are too dark.
Racist joke.
Well, a lot of people are policing material because I think going to be doing an OnlyFans set soon.
Oh, really?
And they don't want you doing like anything offensive or political. I'm like, on the site?
OnlyFans?
Yeah.
What?
They want it to be it can be titillating, but it can't be, they don't want politics. They don't want, I'm like, are you sure there's like lines there's lines here? Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I was astounded.
How does that work?
I don't know. You just
Where do you shoot it?
Ice House, I think, is they do their tapings.
Oh, OnlyFans does. Oh.
Because they have like non-adult stuff now. OnlyFans TV or whatever.
Yeah, because didn't Whitney Cummings do one?
Yeah, she did the Burt Kreischer roast, and she did a stand-up thing for them, produced a show.
How'd that work?
I don't know. I think it went well. I think it went really well. I think she's helping them establish a name in like non-adult things. Yeah, I mean, I think she should have just done the adult stuff. It would have been even easier.
Yeah,
Whitney, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's the way you make money.
Absolutely.
Interesting. All right. So,
there's the OnlyFans TV.
OnlyFans TV. Oh, I didn't know they've had that. I mean, I guess
There's Whitney right there.
I guess everything is just eventually spreads out and just becomes mainstream.
Pun intended for OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And gaping even.
Yeah, it's like everything starts as something and then just sort of becomes something else.
What they said? eBay started as a place to only sell and trade Pez dispensers.
Really?
Yeah, and now it's just all things.
Amazon was the only place you could get a decent Zamboni back in the day, and now they sell everything.
Jet skis in there.
Yeah,
you can just do
And
little
Pornhub
loops.
was only jacuzzis.
That's right.
And they made
Still
it.
is largely.
Yeah.
The Waterworld made it easy. All the bad guys just smoked.
You're right.
They were called
You're
the
right.
smokers, and they just smoked. Like I mean, he was on to something early. Anyway, all right. If Mike sends that vid, I'll show it to you. But keep going.
All right, Netflix is walking back its generous paternal leave policy after too many workers take a full year off.
Who the fuck decided you had to wait till your kid was in high school before you came home? Like, it's a new world order. I had twins. I missed one day of work, and then I went back because I had a job and because there's
Felt like
nothing.
the twins could take care of each other.
Yeah,
Two of
split it
them.
up. First off, there's nothing going on with a newborn. They just need somebody making sure mama doesn't get drunk and roll over on them and suffocate them.
Right.
There's no bonding. There's no after they're born, they're cleaned up. They make everything we have replaced in a world where we basically got rid of religion. We replaced it with a bunch of superficial pussy shit that makes nothing. Like you have to bond with your kid. You have to. They don't even know
skin
They don't know the fuck you are until they're like 4.5. There's no anything. There's no reason. I didn't even raise my kids after they were born. We had a fucking nanny and a night nurse. Some person that shouldn't have been in this country raised these fucking kids.
And that's probably better for the kids.
Better for the kids.
For sure.
I just paid. I just threw money at the problem.
Yeah.
I didn't do, maybe 2 diapers. I fucking worked. I made a bunch of money, and I'm not fucking, and also, I got a morning radio job. I got to get up at 4:45 or whatever every morning. No, I'm not going in the room with the monitor going off and doing the diaper 2:20 in the evening. I don't do. Why the fuck should I do that? I bought the fucking house and everything else. Yeah. Now I'm going to take more of my money. I'll give it to the night nurse. She'll go and fucking sleep in that room with those kids and take care of them. That's it. I just got back from New York with my kids. They love me, and they called me. Well, they called me Yolanda a few times.
Sure, I get that.
But that was a little off-putting.
And they also don't want to watch Field of Dreams with you.
No, they don't want to watch American Flyers. It's fine. They're fine. They're 18. We have a good time.
Sure.
They don't remember from when they were zygotes and I wasn't there.
Well, of course they don't remember. This is their first memories with you.
Yes. How do you do? Yolanda, is it?
We're told you are mom or dad.
No, my son, my name is Bob Jacuzzi. Good to meet you. How about I freshen up that highball? All right. It's bullshit, and you certainly don't need to the dads don't need to fucking stay home for 2 months. The moms, if they're taking care of the kid, fucking stay home. And then get the fuck back to work. Pete Buttigieg staying home for like 3 months. He's appointed Secretary of Transportation. 10 minutes later, he's like, I gotta go back to the condo and hang out with my fucking boyfriend who didn't even shit out this fucking kid. We paid a surrogate and I won't be working for 3 months. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Get the fuck back to work.
Husband, I think, but it does bring up an existential question. If it's 2 fathers, should both get paternal leave? At the most, one. They're both. You can't get double paternal leave.
Which one's dad?
Right.
Which one's the bitch?
You get one dad. If there's not a mom there, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
there's got to be some lines in society.
Yeah, this whole story, Netflix, had a loose guidelines, and they say parents generally take 4 to 8 months off for paternal leave. But what happened was it was very vague in the wording of the policy, so everybody just took a year off. And,
Well, the other thing that people do is they'll just take full advantage of whatever the system is.
That's what I'm saying. It's one of those system hacks.
Why didn't they just make the rule more specific? They don't have to roll back the whole They should have done it that you can take as much time off as you need or share your parenting with up to 3 other people if you give them your password.
The Family and Medical Leave Act applies to companies with at least 50 employees, requires employees to offer up to 12 weeks of unpaid parental leave. In some states, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, California, Colorado, Oregon, Rhode Island, and Washington, D.C. are required to offer 12 weeks of paid parental leave.
Fucking 3 months of pay.
Yeah.
It's probably what the drones are in New Jersey. They're looking to see if people are indeed parenting or if they're just out on a Zamboni having a great hot tub old time.
You can find, remind me, because Dawson sent me a note. I made a joke about Pete Buttigieg. You can find that Waters clip from last night. Maybe I have it somewhere, but I made a gay joke about him. But what's kind of funny? What's interesting, if you do enough shows, is the host will react and laugh when the host knows that was a spontaneous answer and not one that was chambered. Because they'll tell you we're going to talk about this and we're going to talk about that, right? But then every once in a while, they'll go somewhere else. And the thing that's kind of interesting, anyway, the thing that was funny is the guy who ran the van, they show up in a big Sprinter van to your house.
Oh, to do the hit from in front of your house. Studio.
Mobile studio. They put it back around. They put the earbud in, the ear thing, so you can hear the feed.
And no TV monitor, which is insane in these trucks. How do they not have a TV monitor? You can have it on your phone logged on to Zoom. It's like I'd much rather do it from my home from Zoom.
This is interesting. I'm glad you brought this up, Ben. This guy, it's funny. This guy pulls up, and I'm just cutting it close. I got home at 10 to 5, and my hit was at 5:20. So I'm cutting it close. And this guy, as I'm pulling in my driveway, I go, I'm just going to go up. You don't have to change. He has to put a shirt on, a decent shirt on. He goes, that could be him. The guy goes, all right, see you at 2:20. And I go, no, not 2:20. He goes, oh, yeah, 4:20. And I go, no, it's 4:50 right now. And he goes, oh, yeah, 5:20. I go, okay, that took a minute. Then I came back down. I was sitting in the seat, and I realized he did something the second time that he didn't. The monitor needs to be, there is a monitor, but it needs the feed of the show. So you can see the guy talking and not talking. The monitor had me on it, right?
That's what they have, right.
And I go, the last time I had this guy, he did the monitor with me on the monitor, not the feed of the show. And it fucked the timing up a little because I couldn't see. Yeah. And there's a 2-second delay. And this time, it was like 4 minutes before the show was before my hit, and I'm sitting there looking at myself, and I go, New York, can we change the feed to the feed of the show, not me? And then all of a sudden, it changed like that. He did it from the front. This fucking guy was going to do that fuck up again. It's also weird about people. Like, what job do you have? And then why would you do this?
People put in zero effort onto almost any job.
I agree. So when the thing was over, he goes, that Pete Buttigieg joke, that was a good one. You must have been sitting on that one for a while. And I said, no. There was no discussion. And I said, the reason Jesse laughed real hard is because we didn't have the discussion. And it was a decent joke. I mean, one time, God, I remember one time I did O'Reilly a million years ago, and he goes, "Hey, Carolla, how's it over there in L.A. with?" He said something like with your cocaine and your and your movie stars or something, and I said, well, first off, it's fentanyl and prostitutes. Like, and he just laughed because he thought he was going to fucking zing me getting out of the thing. Now, it wasn't all that funny, but it was to him because he knew there was no prep to it. That's,
Are you going to? You remember the Buttigieg joke?
It's there. I think we got the
great
clip. You can watch it. You can see, I don't know what we're going to be talking about.
We're going through the episode. Give us a moment.
Okay. When you point into the thing, sorry.
Also, when you're in this mobile truck, even when they do have the video feed of the show, it's better, but it's still a mind fuck because you're trying to be in the moment talking to somebody, but you're watching them on a 2-second delay. So it's like you're experiencing instant nostalgia of life that just happened and trying to time based on the past.
That'd be a good John Lennon song.
Thank you.
Instant nostalgia.
Well, I think that line I might have a little bit been inspired there by Dimitri Martin's old joke. He goes, "I love smartphones because you get to experience nostalgia right away."
I like that, Dimitri. He's funny.
Yeah, he's funny. He's a good
What
writer.
were we doing with Oprah and Tyler Perry?
I was just invited to the $2,500 seats. My buddy just had 4 seats and invited me to this gala. And I thought I was going to be like hobnobbing with Ted Sarandos and Meghan Markle and Oprah and Tyler Perry. And they had security around all 4 of them. And you couldn't even get, even with $2,500 tickets, you couldn't get near these people.
Really?
I was shocked. I did talk to Kerry Washington for a minute. She had no security. But everybody else, I just couldn't. And I wasn't even trying to talk to Meghan Markle. I just wanted to go up to Ted Sarandos and say, my next special, I'm going to be pitching it to you guys soon. Please keep an eye out for it. And I couldn't. I was in an argument with the lady, the security lady. I walked up there. She's like, "Please, they said nobody goes around here." And and I just smiled at her. And a friend of mine got a photo of me smiling at the security lady with Meghan Markle in the background. And I posted it and just put my caption over the lady's badge so you couldn't quite tell she was a security lady. It just looked like I was hobnobbing very close to Meghan Markle. When in fact, I was almost being arrested.
Wow.
But I really hid that for social media and then admitted it now.
They don't cordon it off or anything. They just have security guys kind of hanging around.
Like boxing you out?
Yeah. And they probably wouldn't have maybe even had them everywhere. Like they were at their table, they were fine. There was no security there probably, but they just stayed in this one area by the front of the red carpet where there was security, and they just talked there the whole time. But my table was in direct eye line of Meghan Markle, and there was one moment where I looked over, like 2 tables back, and she looked at me and kind of went one of these. She was like a little bit of a shy look away.
Come hither?
Yeah, a little bit of a come hither, or it could have been like, who is that? Why is he looking at me? Tell him to stop looking at me.
Yeah,
one of
maybe
those
it's
two
that.
for sure.
I sometimes will get the go hither. You know what I mean? Like, go over there and fucking hither.
Yeah, go away, hither,
Leave your
please.
fucking hither puss and walk it outside of this building, please.
Yep.
Yeah, stop hithering around here.
But instead, I just didn't talk to any of them. And then the girl that was assigned to be my date by my friend that invited us stole my vape at the end of the night and then walked away with my vape. So it was a disappointing night compared to what it could have been.
I think we have the clip here.
Thank God.
As far as I can tell. I don't think they're going to have any success with the old playbook. I think they're going to have to find some Fetterman-style guy, you know, some guy or some girl that it's at least authentic. Like, you may agree, you may disagree, but that's exactly who they are.
You're probably right. That rules out Mayor Pete Buttigieg, who I don't know if I was on a flight and he started handing me bags of planners. I don't know if I'm down with that.
Well, if Buttigieg comes up behind me and offers me nuts, I am going to be scared for a moment.
All right, I'm kicking you off this flight, Carolla. That's enough. You're going to have to listen to his podcast for me.
Yeah, he wouldn't have laughed that hard if he knew it was chambered already.
Also, nobody in the world knows, looking at that beautiful city backdrop behind you, that you're in a guy's van.
I'm in a guy's van.
He's offering you candy, and they think you're in a beautiful LA TV studio.
He later took me to Mexico. We had a Amber Alert type situation.
I love that.
It was zip ties and duct tape and Tijuana or bust. And I was abducted. Yeah.
Best day of your life.
Yeah, but I got him to put ESPN on the monitor finally, so I had
Just
some
to cover the
entertainment
noise.
back there. Yeah,
He shoots, he scores.
You sit in a van. They have you sit on a little bolted down
stool, uncomfortable.
Yep, and they hook you up. They always ask you what ear you want the monitor in. You know, the feedback thing. I'm always like, I don't know, whatever you like. And then they put the mic on you, and then
I'm always also astounded when it's television and they don't make any effort to adjust. They want you to come early for sound check and video check, and they're always like, "Can you say a word? Hello? Yeah, we're good, thank you." Like they don't adjust. Can you look this way? You're shiny. Talk louder. They don't care.
They don't care. And every once in a while, they get you to do even more work where they have you hold up the white balance card, where they go, "Can you hold up the white balance?" And you hold this thing like you're like an inmate in a penitentiary, you know, you just hold this thing up and they go like, oh, they dial in the white, whatever.
And there's Photoshop numbers on there.
That's right. And they get rid of the badge.
That's right.
All right, one more, Mayhem.
All right. Well, we'll go with this. Luigi Mangioni's grandmother left his family members millions so long as they didn't commit crimes.
Wow. All you had to do is not shoot a CEO in the back in Manhattan. And you could just lived in Maui for the rest of your life.
That really gives.
God.
Yeah. Yeah. It's my protagonist.
He was a rich guy who wasn't even insured by that company, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's apparently the situation. I think he just got kind of indoctrinated by a lot of books that he read and very angry at the system as a total and decided to make himself the vigilante that, you know, showcased the...
I mean, the healthcare system is super broken. Doesn't mean you should murder people, but it is. But they don't have in all the covers. They're like it's completely. He took a life. But these healthcare companies are taking like thousands and thousands of lives, and nobody cares.
It's easy to see both sides of it if you look into it because this healthcare executive was, you know, responsible for a lot of people getting denied care, and you know, this guy fashions himself a Robin Hood type figure to you know, take from the rich. And
he's a fucking nut. You should kill yourself when you plan assassinations. Make you your first target. That's what I would like to put on one of those electronic freeway signs. If you are going
click it or
to
ticket,
do a
don't
murder,
drink and drive.
you're going to do, if you're doing a murder-suicide, let's start with suicide, and maybe we'll get around to the murder.
Make it suicide murder, you really cut down the murder rate.
I think they should call it suicide murder to stop. Right now they go murder-suicide, and we got a dead wife over
These
here.
people are stupid. They'd probably fall for the order switch.
Yeah, they go, oh, what
it's
is
the
it?
old switcheroo. It's classic.
Yeah, it'd be like rabbit season, duck season with Bugs Bunny and Daffy. Oh, was that Daffy Duck? Yeah. You just switch it on them. You go, you're not planning on doing a suicide murder.
Mind if I see that gun there, boss?
Yeah. What'd you say? It's murder. No, it's suicide murder. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's a good idea.
So I'll kill myself. Then I'm going to kill my wife when she gets back from work. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's called.
That's a good order, good plan.
Murder. Switch.
I like
the script.
The old switcheroo. I like that. Also, with the freeway electronic signs, even in this modern day of all sorts of substances, they still say don't drink and drive on those signs.
Right.
It feels like it's implicit permission to drive high.
Smoke weed and
They don't even want to mention it.
Yeah, they have. I have seen some PSAs where there's like an actor explaining not to drive high. I've seen a couple.
I like that the message really sunk in deep for you, though.
Yeah, well, I was pretty big when I saw it, and I was trying to operate that big rig, and I was watching my phone, so I didn't see the whole thing. There's a don't drive high PSA that is done by an actor where they think it's real cute, where the guy's acting for the first 5 seconds, and then he breaks down the fourth wall and starts walking toward the camera going, I'm an actor, which I always go, oh, you're such a fucking hero admitting you're an actor. And he's real serious about but the thing that's kind of funny about it is they don't say don't smoke pot. They just go, don't smoke pot and drive. They're not trying to convince you. It's long gone are the days
with.
where we're trying to convince people not to smoke pot at all.
Right.
Now it's like, you're smoking pot.
Right.
Just don't operate a dirigible.
Right. Listen, I'm an actor. We're all doing meth.
That's
when
right.
you do meth, what we want to make sure you don't do is also fly an airplane.
Yeah.
That's all we ask.
I don't know what it would be called. A anti-pot?
What would be called?
This PSA I've seen it on TV quite a few times. That guy who's an actor telling you not to
I
smoke
remember
pot
it, yeah.
and saying he's an actor.
Listen, I'm an actor.
A far cry from this is your brain on drugs. You know what I mean? Because now...
But also that didn't work because everybody loves eggs.
That's right. It's true.
Everybody loves eggs. Who doesn't want to be eggs? I'd love to be eggs.
Where is
People love eggs so much, the whole
here it
election is
is.
based on egg prices.
I'm an actor in an ad that was given 12 seconds to remind you that if you're high, just don't drive. Because if you feel different, you drive different. It's illegal to drive high everywhere anyway.
This commercial got an Emmy for best
What a premise.
best dolly work.
Oh, I thought it was best man bun.
Best band, but that's some dolly work. They had to pull. Some guy was pulling that camera, rolling.
It was beautifully shot, but the premise of this ad, they thought we have 15 seconds. Instead of just telling people not to drive high, we're going to have an unknown actor. Acting as though
Step
he's
out of the
standing
party.
in a party.
Yeah.
And people are going to be much more effective ad. This guy, an out-of-work actor doesn't think I should drive high.
Also, if you are high and you're watching that, then you assume later on when you turn it on Friends or any other show that Jennifer Aniston's going to break down the fourth wall and start talking
Creates
to you.
an unfair
through
expectation.
a totally unrealistic and unfair expectation of a fourth wall broken down.
Right.
Let's watch it one more time.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
All 12 seconds.
I also like the guys who got I don't know, they had to Taft Hartley them or something, but they got the non-speaking role in this 15-second.
Yeah.
Smoking at a party, drinking at a party.
An ad that was given 12 seconds to remind you that if you're high, just don't drive. Because if you feel different, you drive different. It's illegal to drive high everywhere anyway.
Oh, thanks, bud.
He gives the extra reason at the end. You shouldn't do it, and also it's
also
illegal.
illegal.
But also, as far as an actor, he has just 15 seconds of acting in this commercial. Because I hate to break this to you, but even after he breaks down the fourth wall, he's still acting. He's still an actor in this commercial.
Wait, I didn't get that.
He doesn't become a real.
What do you think about the choices?
And he doesn't look at his watch.
No.
He has one physical thing to do in the commercial, and he goes, I'm given 12 seconds, and never breaks eye contact with the camera. He fakes the watch look. This guy has no future.
Wait,
as an
and all
actor.
of this was inside the Sprinter van?
That's correct. Yep.
What do you think of the choices from a directorial standpoint of the extras looking at him when he walked away?
No, they didn't break character. They were all still in the party.
They were looking. They were looking.
No, they were
at
looking
them.
at him like, why is he breaking character?
Why is he walking into the entry hall and talking to someone who's not here?
They're high.
They didn't. They broke. They stopped
I want
acting.
to see it again.
Yeah, I do. I want to run it back. I like
Watch
that track
Watch the
too.
watch too. Make sure you look
12
at.
seconds.
Oh,
to
he
remind
kind
you
of
that if
glances,
you're
but doesn't
high,
really
See
process.
the guy with the
it.
beer?
'Cause if you
No,
feel
they're all
different,
looking.
You drive different. It's illegal to drive high everywhere anyway.
Can we get back to the scene?
They stopped acting, Mayhem,
Yeah, you're
and
right.
we're looking at him. That's a choice. I would have kept them in that party.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
Me too.
Yeah.
And then
with you.
had like a date rape situation
Yeah,
go on
yeah.
the sofa.
You want a double ad,
a double PSA.
double PSA.
Yeah, a double
where someone
And
drinks
penetration.
too
also,
much,
back in
they
the party
blacked
back
out.
there, there's people that aren't
Being
able to
raped.
consent fully.
There's also a grip that has to get cued to like walk and we see their back. They must have cued that guy.
And
right?
also support the unions. They could have thrown a couple more causes into this ad.
Yeah.
Support your
IATSE?
striking IATSE members.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's take a break.
Plus, the Apple Watch is now available on sale. Tells you how many seconds you got.
We've got 12.
To tell people not to drive drunk.
We'll come back and we'll do a little more right after this.
Enjoyable.
Okay.
And you seemed against it, Mayhem.
You know what? I'm totally against it, but
okay.
I'm willing to try.
I appreciate your open-mindedness. On my hot dog, there's just two different versions you got to go.
Mm-hmm.
You either go the traditional, I like mustard, ketchup, relish, and onions. You need the onions to
onions.
Get rid
Gotta
of the
have
relish. It's too strong otherwise.
Gotta have the onions.
Or I just go mustard and sauerkraut.
Oh, those are all good.
It's a whole
I'd probably
nother style.
back the ketchup out. But I'm not a big I don't have a big problem with ketchup if we have if we go everything. If we just go works, full works, that's fine.
Yeah. I don't mind maybe a jalapeno on the sauerkraut one too.
Mm-hmm.
Couple
All right.
jalapenos.
All right. So I don't know if you guys caught it, but the Duke Lacrosse accuser girl, you have it in your
I have it.
story
Yeah,
there?
It was proven untrue in the end of the thing, right?
It was.
They knew it was untrue at the time. The guy Mike Nifung, the DA, ended up
Yeah, the
getting
DA
suspended.
was trying to, get reelected, I guess. So, and that's how this all happened. Crystal Magnum, a former exotic dancer, was hired to perform at the party hosted by Duke Lacrosse players and accused 3 of them of rape nearly 20 years ago.
Now, you got to understand, the DA knows these guys aren't guilty and are going to completely destroy their 19-year-old lives and put them in prison for decades because he's trying to get reelected, which is scary that these people in these kinds of numbers exist out there. Like, it's crazy how many of those people are in position of authority. But really, she's apologizing or whatever.
Well, actually,
20 years?
she's been, she's been found guilty.
Oh, she
of
murdered somebody.
Second-degree murder
Whoa.
for fatally stabbing her boyfriend in 2011. 2011. And then she admitted on a podcast last week, I guess, from jail, that she was not raped.
Yeah, so, but the real culprits here are all the race hustling news outlets that grabbed this story and just fucking ran with it and blew it up and turned it into another fucking race hoax.
Was it a race issue?
Yeah.
3 white guys, black stripper.
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
realize. Okay.
All the fucking bitches on TV that just hustled this thing into another race
I
story.
remember, yeah.
Those are the real culprits here, the race hustlers.
But it's also the DA, because DAs do this. This is a thing. When they have a high-profile case, they latch onto it super hard, and even if it's a very weak case, like this one was, obviously, and try to get reelected off of this because it's going to put your name up into the spotlight. So the charges were dropped afterwards, and it did ruin these guys' life.
But like, how about some fucking due process? Like, the coach got fired. Everyone had to quit. The athletic director quit. And it was right at the beginning, all the wokeism shit. The chancellor from the school had to apologize. The black community at the school was saying we don't feel safe, and all this shit. They just hustled. All they did was create more illusions of a racist society once again. And that part, there's no apology, and it'll never go away. That's just everyone being agitated, thinking that we live in a society that we don't live in, or Jussie Smollett, or whatever the fucking hustle. There's more race hoaxes now than there are actual racism events in this country. It's fucking nuts. And it's the news outlets' fault, because you're journalists and you're a news outlet. You could look into things.
Yeah, because this Duke rape one the accusation was clearly false back in the day, because I remember the news didn't look into it, but I was co-headlining a tour with Bert Kreischer back in the day, and with me and Eddie Ifton and Bert Kreischer, and Bert was so certain, I wasn't really following the case, and he was certain it was a false accusation on stage with all of our shirts off that Bert insisted on. He got a broom and had us mark out on stage the size of the bathroom and then prove that you couldn't do what was accused of it. And as a stand-up bit, questionable, but he made the point very well. But yet the news couldn't figure it out. You needed Bert Kreischer to figure it out.
Right.
It wasn't ha-ha funny.
It was interesting, but it wasn't like it wasn't a great closer.
No, but the news doesn't want to figure it out. That's the whole point.
Right,
they want to fucking throw fuel on the fire.
Right. And also, who am I to judge Bert Kreischer's closers? He has done pretty good in stand-up, I'd say.
Oh, yeah. He can afford as many brooms as he wants now. He could 4 brooms,
He could replace leaf blowers with just actual brooms, which is what they should all do.
Agreed.
Interesting side note on those guys. It doesn't say it in this story. And the Duke lacrosse players reached an undisclosed settlement after the charges were dropped. So the city of Durham paid these guys somewhere I read millions of dollars because of this thing. So it may have ruined their life in the short term, but made them very rich in the long term.
I would want the amount to be disclosed. After your life gets ruined to that degree, I would want people to know, but at least now I got $100 million.
Right.
I did a bit right in the middle of all this stuff on Kimmel's show, where I was doing a movie trailer, and I played an army, a high-ranking office guy. And I remember saying to Jimmy, he didn't know, I go, "Oh, my character, I play Colonel Duke Lacrosse," and the whole audience started booing, and the audience was like, "What the fuck did he just say right in the middle of this rape thing?" I was like, "Colonel Duke Lacrosse." That's a great name. That's a good fuck. Colonel, you wouldn't fuck with Colonel Duke Lacrosse. He plays by his own rules, and the audience was like, No. It was 4 days after this thing blew up.
That was when Kimmel officially stopped having co-hosts for the week.
That's right. But I stand by the name as a killer name.
It's a great name
for a movie trailer. If you play Colonel Duke Lacrosse, you know what Colonel Duke Lacrosse had to do? He had to go into hell. He had to volunteer to go to hell. Okay. There was a mad person who was terrorizing the world. Basically the second coming of Hitler. Some monks had found a porthole to hell that opened and closed once every 500 years or something. Colonel Duke Lacrosse volunteered to go to hell to find Hitler and have him tell me how to stop this guy. And I think it was called To Hell and Back or something. And
this was a sketch on
Jimmy
Kimmel Live.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it was a weird scene because I did the whole sketch and my character was naked the entire time. And
oh my God.
I'd come back to the couch, the sofa, and Jimmy's like, "Why were you naked?" I was like, "Well, in hell, when you go through the porthole to hell, you can't have any physical belongings and materials or anything." And he was
it's like an MRI.
Yeah, but he's like, but Hitler was dressed like Hitler, and I was like, oh yeah, I didn't really think about that.
Well,
yeah, I was the only nude guy in hell.
You can get redressed once
you
you're
can,
down
you
there.
can go to you can go to
Taylor. They have great
a
tailors.
Marshalls down there.
Yeah, most tailors are gay. They're down there.
They probably have a big and tall place in hell.
Yeah,
good one.
Sure.
Yeah,
that's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
even all they have is a big and tall place.
Yeah,
it really sucks for the little guys.
I wonder. It must be depressing giving directions in hell. Like you go, where's the big and tall place? You know, the eternally burning lake? It's right there.
Yeah.
Like if you get to the lake, you're there. You're at the big and tall place.
Is Hitler in an oversized suit pointing?
Yeah.
Hitler, but he looks like the cute boy at the end of Big in the oversized suit when he goes back to being small.
That's right.
Which really is like the most adorable form of Hitler. Not that there should be an adorable form. But if you had to choose, I'd be less afraid of like baby Hitler.
I don't know. I don't know if that thing exists online.
You know, baby Hitler, if he had 2 wishes in the Zoltar machine, what that second wish would be.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You can't give him that second wish.
Yeah. What do you think's going on? You know all things Middle East.
Yeah.
What's going on with your brethren over there? What's happening?
I mean, it's very new complications every day. Now with Syria falling, Assad's gone. Israel's taken a mountaintop that has a perch into Israel to protect itself from further terrorist attacks. Now they can get intelligence into Syria.
No country should have to do that, Ben.
I know.
They should not have to do that.
We should just make it into a free zone where you can just lob stuff over.
Yes.
You're right.
Yeah.
I take it back.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to do that.
I take that all back.
Yeah.
But also, no advancements in the hostage negotiations and in a ceasefire. It's not anywhere close to an actual ceasefire when literally Kirby at the State Department says, look, we're closer now than we have been since the first deal. Nothing is on the table, and we don't think one is about to happen, but we're close. There's the chance. Hamas now is considered thinking about maybe talking about considering a deal. So we're there.
Yeah, I would assume there's nothing Kirby says and nothing that Biden says. There's nothing that comes out of the White House where I would remotely think for a second that that's what was happening.
Yeah.
It could be drones. It could be peace. It could be a peace deal with Hamas and Israel. It could be, I would assume every single thing they're saying is a lie about everything all the time.
Yeah.
Which is a weird way to go through life as a citizen.
I think that's true probably for a lot of the administration. I think for Biden himself, maybe it's closer to the truth because he doesn't have the ability to, I don't think at the current time, maintain multiple narratives.
Yeah.
I think he's just kind of saying, also, why does Biden think he's a stand-up comedian or something? He talks about very serious things and he keeps thinking we're joking. He's always like, listen, the crime rate's up. People are dying. I'm not joking around. I'm not kidding around.
Hold on, I'm not done slapping my knee.
Who thinks women's rights are being taken away? It's not a joke.
No joke.
No joke, folks. Thank you for clarifying
what
that,
if
Mr.
2
President?
days after what if he left office and 2 days later we found video of him right now riding a unicycle and juggling? Would our minds all just be blown like Kaiser Sosa?
Yeah.
It'd be a full non-limp Kaiser Sosa move. That'd be mind-numbing.
That would be
no
mine.
joke.
Kaiser Soze, but yes, it would be mind-numbing.
Soze, that's right.
You're confusing him with Sammy
tequila.
Sosa.
Sammy Sosa.
This whole time I've been Sammy Sosa.
Did he go the weird Michael Jackson route?
Bleached skin, I think.
He did?
Yeah. Or am I mistaking another baseball
Listen,
player?
baseball legends are turning white. It's no joke.
It's no joke,
It's
man.
no joke,
Joe,
folks.
did Sammy Sosa go full?
joking
I mean, he
around.
just went.
Whoa.
Yeah, I told you.
He's
like Mambo number 5 over there.
Yeah, he turned into Lou Bega.
He did, huh?
Lou's begging his doctor for some whitening cream. What the?
I've got
That's
Monica on my
interesting, yeah.
mind, folks. Not joking around.
Why would you not want to look like old Sammy Sosa? Like, I'd be like, I'm
so
fucking Sammy
weird.
Sosa. I'm getting into every bar free. I'm never going to pay for hot wings as long as I live.
Yeah.
I'll be the mayor of Chicago. I'll be the de facto mayor of Chicago for the rest of my fucking life. Instead of coming up to the bar and go, all right, homo, take your white ass out of here.
He looks horrible.
We're waiting for Sammy Sosa.
He looks horrendous. They're like, he walks in now. They're like, Dr. Crohn's, your table is not ready.
I feel this is what, like Magic Johnson's trans son.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when society doesn't know what to do with someone, we just kind of go, we're done. We don't want to hear from you. Like, this guy is one of the biggest names in baseball, and I've never seen him pop up on anything.
Maybe he wants to try to get back into the league and set records as a white player.
Yeah.
He wants to do it both ways.
You're right. Even
Instead of both leagues, he wants to go both
had the
races.
2 finger to the heart, then up to heaven thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if that works in dome stadiums.
That's a strong
I never
point,
thought about
actually.
that. Does the finger point work in dome stadiums?
You're just pointing to the air conditioning system.
Yeah, there's a bar joist and a rafter up there.
Thank God
and
it's not hot in here.
Right. This is crazy, right?
Unbelievable. I mean, I can't think who he looks like. He looks like something, but it's really weird. Look, he looks like that guy that's like Scarface's best friend in Scarface.
Yeah.
With the bad skin, you know that guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
That burns him.
Yep. He looks like that dude a little bit.
Something's amiss.
It's really odd.
Uncanny Valley. It is.
Yeah.
It is Sammy Sosa, but it's not.
I mean, I almost don't understand what's happening.
I think that's chicks.
Looks like a Dracula kind
Yeah,
of.
exactly. He definitely will
Is
suck your
he
blood.
like married with kids and stuff?
It would be weird to be
don't
born
know.
to a black man and then your dad's white by the time you're 6.
Oh, that's right, because he's got a little. Hopefully, he
is
knocked
weird.
up a blonde chick.
What on earth? Now they're
Yeah.
cowboys?
They definitely.
You know what is cool? He looks so unlike Sammy Sosa.
Yeah, that you don't
that
feel
he
bad.
could get the truth from anybody about Sammy Sosa. Like I can't go up
Excuse
to
me, what do you think about Sammy Sosa? I randomly asked.
Oh, fucking roided freak.
Oh,
I root
okay.
for McGuire the whole fucking time, dude.
Okay, guess what?
Yeah.
I am Sammy Sosa.
Okay, get the fuck out of here, ma'am.
You don't believe? You think I'm a man?
Take your white ass.
Okay, let's
and
get on
him
the
hell
horses and get out of here.
Yeah, just because you
Giddy
fucking
up,
wear a
baby.
cowboy
Giddy
hat.
up, baby.
That guy was juicing. He should have never got out of AAA. You hear what I'm saying? And I'm from Chicago.
The only juicing I was doing was a carafa martini. It looked like an orange juice. You mean an orange juice?
Listen, I don't know where you white ladies get this thick accent all the time, but that guy was a black guy.
I would like to speak to your manager.
Speaking of black guy, that black guy was a black guy on baseball with his fucking roids.
Okay,
and
I
everything
am
else.
Swiss on this because I am not him. But how dare you talk this way about formerly
Right.
dark-skinned Sammy Sosa?
I can't go up to people and go, "What do you think of Adam Carolla?" They go, "Either
you could in blackface.
Who the fuck is Adam Carolla?
Easy
Or you're
solution
Adam
for that.
Carolla."
Easy solution for that. Go
Blackface?
Soul Man style. Take those tanning pills
Yes.
from that movie Soul Man.
Yes.
Yeah. What's up with Sammy Sosa?
Yep. Hard to know. His wife looks more like he used to look.
Do you think people come up, the Sosas? Excuse me, are you Sammy
Which
Sosa?
one of you is Sammy Sosa? I have a package for Mr. Sosa.
Also, this guy's trying to make reservations in Chicago, and it's like, Sammy Sosa, table of 2. And like, well, we're fully booked tonight, but we can get Sammy Sosa. And then he comes in with his wife. Okay, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, that's like... That
He
reminds
had
me
to be turned away.
Yeah, this reminds me of a moment in my life when I was at Mel's Diner in Hollywood, and I did not know this fact about Jose Canseco, and I see Jose Canseco come out of the restroom and walk to a table and sit down with another Jose Canseco.
What?
Yeah. Apparently, Jose Canseco has an identical twin brother.
What?
And I didn't, being unaware of this
Ozzy
fact, and I'm
Canseco.
drunk at a bar, Ozzy Canseco.
Oh, okay.
And I lost my mind. My mind almost imploded. Do you understand two Jose Cansecos? What that would do to a young boy's mind?
You felt like you're hit on top of the head of the baseball and then it bounced over the wall to be a home run.
100%. Yeah, that's exactly right.
All right, we got Duke Lacrosse from like, I don't know, 15 years ago or something. No. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but let's see. Maybe I'll play the part where I say Duke Lacrosse.
Hey, Adolf. Got a minute?
Fighting Hitler nude.
I need answers! I got nothing! Nine!
Oh my God.
Say hello for my final solution.
Now, why? Can I ask one question? Why are you naked?
Well, you can't bring any physical, material objects into hell.
But why does Hitler have his whole uniform on then?
He was grandfathered in.
Oh, he was.
Yeah, he went to hell a long time ago. There were different rules.
It looks like something else to see.
Yeah.
I look forward to it. When is that coming out?
Well, we got more to see.
What do you mean?
I go back to hell.
Oh, there's
more
another.
people
We have
than
another
this.
clip of hell.
Yeah, look what I do to Osama.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, bro.
It's very homoerotic.
It was.
Thanks, Grandpa.
Nunchucks. All right. You get it. At some point, we'll find me
Duke Lacrosse.
We'll find some for another.
Gotta
show
bring
was
him
what
out
I'm
of
saying.
retirement, bro. We're going to nail it back.
I forgot how much nudity.
A lot.
Was
It's
involved,
gratuitous.
Were you wearing hopefully like a dick sock or
A
something?
thong?
Yeah, I was wearing a dick sock.
That's good.
Yeah.
The full ass out though?
No, I think I was wearing like beige panties
nude
for the
panties.
entire.
That's exciting. Same
thing.
as right now?
Well, now they're called what's called them tan, but yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, beige, flesh tone.
Honestly, I have to hand it to ABC. You know, they're owned by Disney, and you always think that you'd have to be like. They seem to approve a lot of sketches.
Yeah,
that you would not expect.
Yeah, I don't know if they approved it or we just did it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, at some point I explained I'm Duke Lacrosse, but I don't know. So maybe at the top or.
Now, did you discuss instead of the punchline before you snap Hitler's neck instead of this is my final solution? Was it pitched to you, say hello to my little friend, and you didn't want people to think you had a small penis?
Oh, yeah. I should have thought about that. So that's why we needed you doing Punch Up.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's give some plugs. I'm going to be in Vegas at Jimmy's Club doing stand-up January 9th and in Solana Beach. Jay Moore and I are going to be there January 19th at the Belly Up. It's a fun club. It's a music club, but they do fun comedy there. Ben, well, he's got a podcast. He's got a stand-up special. The Mad King's the name of the